Don't worry about it, then. Don't worry about it.
Don't you worry.
You're a towel.
In your head. So, Trashy, give us a recap on last week.
Anderson.
Recap from last week. Last week.
So you have to get through something to give you inspiration.
Everybody get ads?
Yeah, I'm still getting ads.
So I just had his speech.
The American thing.
Yeah, it's just trash. Nobody cares about him.
Yeah, it only doesn't work for me.
Nothing happens.
All right, so recap, go.
All right, so last week we managed to finally finish killing the vampire tree. We entered its lair. Many of us got attacked by brambles.
Vampire tree. Ha! You're still.
Yeah, we were getting stabbed by a giant evil tree. We managed to finally defeat it. Our guide, lady name whose I don't remembers,
Adri.
Lady Adri, was very pleased with us. We came back after our great battle, or our happy victory. We have now since set up with our Friar Tilly, our contact in the church, to lead to basically host the excavation of the site, to go and get all of the valuable information. Basically, we found a library full of stuff. We found various treasures, various magical secrets, a couple of magical chests that appear to be trapped that we need to have investigated. We also successfully brought back Ben, the giant sand beetle, and have started to look after him. And it's been a week, I suppose, since then, and we've been doing various things around the city to prepare for our next adventures.
Well, not quite a week. It's a couple of days. Well, a day or two.
It's been a week since I've thought about it.
What are you fine gentlemen? What are your plans? You guys have all returned from Father Tully. You've had a good night's rest, except for Hippo, who was going to go
You know what
walk
my
about.
plans are.
I know that, Liddy, you mentioned something about wanting to do some alchemy. Trashy,
yeah.
you mentioned you wanted to do some research to find out what Ben eats and how to care for him.
Yes.
Berkey, are you just boring?
I'm heading to the tavern to set up a grappling tournament, even though most people are not gonna willingly participate, but I'm still gonna do it.
Curtin the Hammer will break you. Okay, so that's Berkey, and then Druss. What's Druss's plan of action?
I'm just actually the person organizing the damn expedition,
The one doing actual work.
but it's fine.
Oh wait, I
Alrighty.
was supposed to be helping Dress.
No, I've got this. Don't worry.
Okay,
Sheer
so,
growth?
since Kolvar wanted to do some midnight shenanigans, Kolvar, speak to me.
Hi. So yeah, I'm gonna head back to the church to go and see Father Tully and explain my situation.
Okay, so you head back, making your way through the town. Much more at ease now that you're back underground, away from the threats and baking desert sun. You make your way back onto the church grounds of the Church of Wictius. Most of the trees gently swaying around you, still bearing their fruit, even though it's the middle of the night. You can still see insects buzzing around. You can still see here and there a couple of priests wandering the crowds, tending to the plants. And in general, it's a very peaceful, relaxing area. And you make your way down to the kitchen side where Father Tully normally receives you guys and knock. You see a very young priest stick his head out a little crack in the door just to see, who's at the front door, who's waiting there. Because he's got brown tousled hair. Looks like he's been asleep. And he goes, "Hello?
Hi.
Yes, what can I do for you, sir?"
I don't suppose Father Tully's about.
You do realize it's the middle of the night, yes?
Yes.
Would you
It
like
is
to make
rather-
an appointment?
I mean, I can wait here until the morning, I guess.
Wait here. And he closes the door. You stand on the step for a good 5-10 minutes. And just as you're about to decide to go in there and go find the damn gnome, you see the young man stick his head back out again. Father Tully is indisposed at the moment. I could take a message and ask him to contact you soonest, or else please come back in the morning.
So, it's rather urgent. You might know. Is anybody about that has any expertise at getting rid of curses?
That would depend on the nature of the curse. I myself have just started my studies with curses, but they usually inflicted with a very good reason. The old stories about hags turning people into toads and such are more fiction than fact. And curses are normally a form of punishment for trespass. Who needs assistance or something like that? And then perhaps we can discern the nature of the curse.
Me.
Oh.
Oh my.
Well, look, Father Tully isn't here, but when he gets back, I'll let him know that you're looking for me. And you are?
Kolvar, just from the Reappropriations Corporation. He knows who I am.
Very well, sir. I'll let him know as soon as he gets back.
And how long's that going to be?
I can't say. He's gone to see the Archbishop.
Okay. I'll just stumble around town some more.
Very well, sir. Have a nice evening.
No. That's not going to happen. But you try, though.
Okay, but goodbye.
Bye.
You pull
See
the
the door
ever
close
cheaper
on a very
one.
confused young man.
Church. Never done anything for anyone. Church.
So, Kolvar, what are you doing?
Is there like a really high building in the city that I could climb up and jump off of?
There are numerous high buildings and stuff.
I'll start walking towards one of those for now. Just contemplating things.
All right. So, while Kolvar is having his suicidal thoughts, Elros,
Okay.
you're doing alchemical things, correct?
Yes.
Alrighty, what were you trying to do in the lab? You were trying to identify a potion or potions? What were you doing?
Someone came back, so I needed to talk to him for a moment.
Alright, let's skip you then. Mackleby, where are you trying to source some information about Ben?
Well, I figured I would go look in the library. See if I can find some books on giant animal husbandry.
Alright, make a... What would that be? That would be 3 checks. That would be a investigation check to find the book, a arcana check on the nature of magical beasts, and a history check. History? Would it be history? History check. See if you can find any records or of animal husbandry that maybe from past people.
All right.
That was almost a 17.
I swear to Christ. I swear to fucking Christ. 6.
All right. Roll the next one for me, please.
Nothing's gonna make me quit this game quicker than fucking dice.
That's the nature of 20s,
20. That's why I hate the system.
isn't it?
Yeah, that's a 20.
Trashy, you ate every system with dice.
Yeah, I don't like dice. I think that's arbitrary and dumb. The story should be more than dice.
RNG.
9.
RNG is
Well, on a story-based thing, yes, I think RNG is stupid.
Scrounging around the library, you do not find any books pertaining to the raising and maintenance of oversized creatures as such. But you do manage to find a couple of books to do with people in some of the cities who do keep beetles and such as pets, as opposed to keeping dogs or cats or birds and that kind of thing. Some people prefer using small insects as pets because they're much cleaner and it's easier to maintain them, especially if you live in a very small apartment or something like that. And from that, you manage to glean some information applying some lateral thinking and as well as taking some of the concepts that they explain on how to feed and maintain these creatures, you actually come up with something that you reckon will work. But you probably need to go have a chat to a druid or a ranger or somebody who deals maybe perhaps in magical beasts or alchemy or something like that, so that you get a regular food supply for Ben. But you should be able to organize something of some kind. Elros, you back, hey?
Yes, hello.
Fantastic. Okay, so what were you doing exactly?
Well, some of the samples we find, there was like some of the stuff I wanted to sample, including the glue plants, which were, from my understanding, they were kind of from the vampire plant, but whatever. There was the stuff we were able to figure out wasn't toxic, the black stuff, and some silver stuff. I have no idea what it is, but
Okay,
I made
3
a note of
alchemy
it.
rolls. Go. One for the
Alchemy
glue,
roll.
one for the non-toxic stuff, and one for the silver stuff. Perky, you wanted to do wrestling while I wait for Lady to roll that.
Yes.
Okay. God damn, that was almost a 1. Alrighty. So, the glue, you still have no idea. As far as you can tell, it's a nasty, foul-smelling, sticky paste. You're not really sure if it's going to make people sick, if you can actually use it to like mulch something or stick something to a wall, or you haven't come across a practical application for it and you're just like, throw the bunch of shit out. As far as the other 2 devices go, or items go, how much did you roll for that 13? What's the bonus in that? Letterman is disconnected. Okay, we'll skip Letterman for now then, I guess. This Letterman's internet has died. Berkey.
Yes.
Berkey. Where is Berkey going?
Turkey is going to the tavern and try to challenge our wrestlings.
Which
And,
one? The Anxious Papaya? Or are you going to Wise Man Muffins with the Drunken Skunk? Where are you heading off for your
I
your
think
taverns?
that Drunken Skunk is mostly for me. The other sounds too fancy.
The Anxious Papaya. Sounds great.
All right. Your keen barbarian senses lead you to the slightly rowdier, mismatched tavern, where you've broken many a table and many a chair.
Hey, it's my place. I like it here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you be talking shit about my place.
Yeah, most of the furniture, bearing witness to the rough patrons that frequent it. This time of night, the bar is absolutely packed. You can see there are patrons all around you. There are ladies of the night busy plying their trade, going from table to table. There are people busy drinking. There's arm wrestling going on. You can see some guys are playing cards.
I see those ladies on the day also, so it doesn't make any sense.
And you can see people are busy playing cards. People are gambling. Some people are
They're
dicing.
whores, damn it. Not lady on the right. Damn it. You're making it complicated. Okay, I'll shut up.
Anyway, so you come into this tavern itself. The atmosphere lively around you, with more unsavory patrons. This isn't really your blue collar bar where Joe goes after work to go and sit and have a drink. And you see Wise Man Muffins. His face is ruddy from a combination of heat, but you suspect probably more booze really than anything else. Standing behind the bar, busy wiping down the countertop as best that he can. I'll be with you in a second. And as you enter the bar, you see him kind of like sigh and then put a bottle of something under the counter out of sight.
I go to him and what's his name again?
Wise Man Muffins.
Oh, that's the bartender. Hey, Muffin. Nice to be back. The long tour.
He like squints at you a bit and then nods non-committally.
I put like a sack of 50 gold on the table and smile sheepishly. For the last time, it wasn't my fault they hit me with that chair.
He grunts and slides the bag of 50 marks off the table out of sight.
He bears with me because I always pay my damage.
What do you want?
I want some ale and some wrestling and some fun. Smile sheepishly.
You do realize we don't have a fighting pit here, eh?
Well, we have to. How much is a fighting pit? We should make one.
You not quite sure if you're taking the piss out of him or not.
God, I realize I only have 7 intelligence.
You see him take out a tankard from behind the counter, put it down, start filling it up with something that smells alcoholic, earthy, and very, very foamy because he's pouring in some kind of liquid into it. He slides it across the table to you.
Oh, you're such a mate.
You know, if you like fighting so much, you should consider doing some fighting on the side. There's a bit
That's
of
what I
coin to be
do.
made, as I understand it.
I just killed some evil tree thingy. They were calling a vampire tree, but I've never heard of a vampire tree. I thought they were just lying to me.
Yeah, that sounds like a thing. Listen, just try not to break anything, right?
Oh, well, it's not my fault. Stuff just breaks.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Just try and just have your drink. And he turns away from you and to help somebody else that's coming up to the bar.
Yeah, I feel very sad. I've been scolded like this, so I just droop down and drink my ale.
The ale. Okay. Well, that's happening. Alros, what's your bonus on top of that 13 for your alchemy roll?
+5.
Holy fuck. Okay. The silver paste is an alchemical base. You sit and do some experimentation. You cut bits of it off, burn it, chuck it in water, see if it floats, grind it up with other things to see what kind of reactions you get. And after a long evening's test and fiddling, you come to the conclusion that this paste can be used to mix up any other alchemical substance. Rules-wise, it gives you advantage on any roll that you make to craft a potion.
Ooh.
And it's basically like a base. You add all other, it's neutral. You add all other ingredients to this, and then this helps up the probability of creating whichever type of potion that you want to create.
Okay.
However, doing so does increase the cost of making your potion by 50 marks.
Is this like limited? Is it just the extra cost to it, or is it like I have a limited amount of this?
You'd be able to make more of it, to synthesize more of it.
Oh, okay. So it's just
now that you've got a better idea of what it's made of the constituent parts.
So it basically, if I want to use this, it's just basically just a added cost, not like I have X amount of charge.
Well, you can choose to make more of it. So at the moment,
Okay.
you have enough to do about 4 or 5 potions. But if you after that want to do more of it, you'd have to make more of this first before you can add it onto the potions. As for the brown sticky substance, or almost blackish substance, after some more testing and fiddling around with it and some minor magic involved, you finally come to the conclusion that this is a substance used to aid in stealth. When applied liberally to one's body, it removes all odors from whatever it's applied to. It allows you to prevent being tracked by scent or anything like that. So anything, for example, that's trying to hunt you via smell will not be able to smell you once this is applied to you.
Can you make more of it?
How many
You should
uses?
just slaughter Burke in it.
Yeah, how many uses can I synthesize?
It's 3 uses. And if you spend a bit of gold, you could probably make more if you want. You can make as many doses as you need to.
Do I need a base of this item to make more?
No, you know how to make it
Okay.
now. Alrighty, so we've got Mackleby, we've got Druss. Druss, what's Druss doing? It's still nighttime at the moment, so you're doing sleeping, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and in the morning, I have to go get some quotes.
Okay, we'll do that in a moment. Kolvar, have you decided to commit suicide yet?
Not yet, no.
Okay. So after standing on top of a tall building, contemplating the long drop down to the ground and a sudden stop at the end, Kolvar decides that, I guess I can wait until morning.
Building's not going anywhere.
Building's not going anywhere. And heads back. Berkey, you get absolutely hammered. Is there anything else that you're doing while you're at the bar?
I'm trying to beg him to build a fighting pit. Muffy! How much would it cost to build a fighting pit? I'm serious.
If you ever call me Muffy again, I'll kill you in your sleep.
I'm sorry.
Don't be like that, Muffin.
That's.
We have an understanding?
I'll now go to sleep then.
Just in the bar.
Just in the bar. Okay, Burke spends the night at the tavern, apparently, because that's what Burke does. All right, morning dawns, bright and cheery. You guys can hear the hubbub of the city around you, carts going past, hammer on anvil, birds tweeting above you. Everything is absolutely fantastic and fabulous, and all of you awake, refreshed after a long night's rest from your tiring journey from the desert. Except for Kalvar, who looks a little bit greasy and in need of a shower. Doesn't really look like he's caught much in the way of sleep since the previous day. The floor is yours, gentlemen.
Hey, Kovac.
Hmm.
You don't look good, man.
Hmm.
You sleep okay?
What is sleep?
That sounds like the opposite of sleeping okay.
I don't suppose you know anything about curses.
I know not to get them.
You can make an Arcana
Sound
check if you want,
advice.
Trashy.
That is amazing advice.
Let me have a look at you.
I mean, curses aren't really my specialty, but I can also take a look.
Yeah, that would be a 10.
10.
Hippo will forever be cursed because of RNGesus.
Not quite. Kalvar, you stomach standing there while Elros and Mackleby wave hands around at you, poke you with various arcane implements, snip off, a couple of hairs.
You ain't using those. I'm gonna need that.
Between the two of you, you don't know much about curses. Neither of you really specializes in that aspect of things. However, you are aware of the fact that a curse is a difficult thing to get rid of. You either need the aid of a very high-powered divine caster of some form, be it a druid or a cleric or a priest or somebody with connection to the holy, to get rid of it. Or alternatively, curses can sometimes be broken if whatever cursed you is laid to rest or is appeased.
So you need to find out whatever this thing wants and give it, or you need Jesus.
Who's Jesus?
High-level
Where can
cleric.
I find Jesus?
I love a druid.
Where Jesus lives?
He smokes a lot of weed.
I think he does our garden.
No, that's Jesus.
It's Jesus. I thought that was the same name.
No.
But that's racist.
It's so goddamn racist. Holy shit, Burke.
So you two can't help with this.
No. Like I said, curses aren't really my speciality. Or actually any expertise in it.
Is there any clinic for poor people in the city at all that's run by the church?
Most people just go to the temple for alms and blessings.
Oh, I'm gonna start walking over there then.
You guys, as you're about to sit down for breakfast, you see Kalvar just walk out.
I was gonna
Doesn't say a word, just say goodbye. He just walks out.
Fucking out.
Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum.
What are you
For a
doing?
walk, maybe some time.
Thros is dead.
Hi, bye, Kovac.
Yeah, I'm heading off now to go get some quotes.
Alrighty. What are you guys heading up to, the rest of you guys, while Thros goes to actually do some work?
Hey, Josh, you need help?
No, I'm fine.
Mackleby is going to go and check on Ben.
Ben looks excited to see you.
Hi, Benny.
Him waving his little antennae at you excitedly as you approach the stall.
Good morning, Ben.
You see him sticking out. Looks to be a cross between a proboscis and a tongue. Flicking it out, tasting at the air as you approach the barn stall where you guys have him parked at the moment.
I give him a pat.
He tries to nip a little bit at your hand.
Dog.
Looks like he's hungry.
Okay, Bennett, I'll get you some goat juice.
And I'll go get Maccleby will then go and get him some of the sugar water we have left over.
Alrighty. We probably still have enough for one meal after this left. He hungrily gulps down the milky liquid and seems much happier afterwards.
All right, that's a good boy.
Druss, where's Druss going to get quotes for his delicious equipment?
Well, Dress is first going to head past the Teamster's office. There must be a major Teamster guild in the city.
There is indeed.
he's
Their
then
office
going to
is
head-
situated near the exit towards the surface.
He's then going to head past the mercenary guild because there must be guard caravan guild of some sort here. Then he's going to head past the stonemasons guild because hey, when people leave him in charge, he's going to bring the damn door back whether they like it or not.
Okay. Okay, for the sake of brevity. Oh god. So you said you want to go to the Teamsters and the Mercenaries, right?
Yep.
Okay. Make 3 charisma checks for me. Just straight D20 plus your charisma modifier. Okay. Wow.
19.
Wow, the stonemasons are going to rip the shit out of that door to get it back here. Okay. Druss goes out into the town, turning up the full blast of his charm. He manages to gain the aid of a number of institutions to assist poor Smitty in the endeavor of recovering the library and the chests and the door and other sundry artifacts from this location out in the desert. Your quote for the Teamsters, you're going to be looking at 500 marks.
Mm-hmm.
The Mercenary Guild, you're looking at 750.
Mm-hmm.
And the Stonemasons Guild were so impressed by the stories of this very polite door that they volunteer their services for 250 gold.
Yay.
Bringing you up to, 1,500 marks in total, hey?
Yep.
Alrighty then. That would be Druss, and then Elros will
And
hopefully
then
reconnect.
I'm just going to swing past Father Tully's and say that 1,000 will be fine.
Okay. You arrive at Father Tully,
What the fuck,
finding
internet?
Kolvar also heading in the same direction.
Calvor, what are you doing here?
Curse. Get rid
Shouldn't
of.
you be sleeping?
Need sleep. Can't sleep.
That must be terrible. I tell you, it's a weak elvish constitution. I slept like a baby.
Because you are a baby. Little baby dwarf. With little baby beard.
You say what about my beard now?
What? It's full and lush and viscous.
That's what I thought.
Baby beard.
What was that?
Nothing.
It better be nothing. Yeah, elf.
I notice how they get more dwarf. Alrighty, so the two of you head through to Father Tully's. Once more invited into the warm confines of the kitchen, and you see he's busy kneading bread dough at the moment. Well, that was quick.
As I said, I wouldn't need much time to get this expedition organized.
Oh, that's certainly a thing. So, what are we looking at, gentlemen? I went to see the Archbishop last night, and I can tell you he's very excited about this opportunity.
That's fantastic. So I've organized a caravan and some guards, as well as a few stonemasons to help with some of the heavier objects.
Smart thinking.
Will you be sending any church protectors with the caravan? Or
Lady
any of
Adrian
your
will
own
be going
deacons?
with. She will be an aid of getting them there faster. We're quite eager to have the items back in the church possession as soon as possible.
And will you be sending some more skilled scribes to actually help with the packing of the library?
Oh, yes, definitely. We will be sending quite a few of the junior priests with. We find that the Desert Sun tends to imbue them with a bit more humility once they get back.
Fantastic. So, I have put together a budget, and it's going to cost 1,500 marks for this expedition.
It's about where we estimated. A little bit more expensive.
Yes.
And this is to the church, correct?
No, 1,500 marks in total.
So 750
It's
seems
very
fair.
good. I think so. And then we will discuss the price for the actual goods obtained on arrival.
Of course. I knew they'd send you. Kalmar, why do you look so pale? You're not saying much. You're normally the first one to jump at profits.
What? Hello, gold. I like gold.
I suppose if you're into jewelry, it's not a bad choice.
And by gold, obviously, I mean money.
Money, yes. Of course. So,
You know, money.
from the inventory, you gentlemen, shall we settle on a price for the books now? Or do you gentlemen want to wait until they've been catalogued?
I would prefer to wait until they've been catalogued. That way, we can make sure everyone pays a fairer price in total.
Makes sense to me. You did mention the chest, though. You said there are 4 of them, correct?
Yes, so 1 chest with non-magic currency and 3 chests with, we don't know what's in them, they're magical. And we definitely are looking forward to seeing what's going to be inside those when they get opened.
Well, how does 2,000 marks strike you for the 4 chests?
2,000 marks for 3 chests that could have anything inside them.
Well, you yourself said that one of them has only got ancient currency inside it.
Yes, but the other 3 could be filled with anything. Who knows?
It's true. This is true.
Well, what would you guys like to do? Because I would assume we would discuss this because we've never actually had to get money for one of these things before. As firm policy, would we prefer to wait and see what everything is, which makes it fair, but means we might make less money sometimes? Or would we prefer to just sell things unopened? But of course, then if they find like the armor of invincibility, we're kind of boned.
Well, I personally, since we're talking pretty
I think we just have to
currently-
discuss this quickly because we haven't actually done this before in game.
Mm.
Oh, so we're at it.
I'll say that much out of my character, which you probably would have picked up. So we can say that I would be interested in just purely knowing what's inside of it out of curiosity and like just our like posterity. I'd want to record what is inside and just generally just curious to know what is inside.
Yep. And Mackleby would definitely be interested in every single book. He would actually try to go and read them, or would want to have access to the books. The gear he wouldn't care so much about.
Okay.
What
Father
about
Tully.
board game?
Okay.
I'm here. Well, more monies.
So you want the money. And Kolvar, since you haven't said anything either?
I said I'd be in favor of waiting.
Are you in favor of waiting?
Okay. So, Father Tully, please, you know our firm's policy. We will only take payment after a full catalog of everything we've found. This is how we've done business before.
Of course, it's just the Archbishop is extremely interested.
Oh, no, I
Yeah,
fully
that's
understand. I fully understand.
In fact, I have been authorized to pay you an additional sum as an incentive if you were to expedite the delivery of these artifacts to us.
So you would like us to go and fetch the artifacts ourselves?
Not so much. It's just we would really like to see the contents of those chests as soon as possible. And as an additional incentive to motivate business deals between us. I have been authorized to release an additional sum of 4,000 marks
Well, why?
if those chests are directly delivered to the Archbishop as soon as possible.
Well, why not? How about if we bring them to the church courtyard and we can unbox them there?
As I understand it, these items are magically sealed.
Yes. And I'm sure by the time they get back, we'll have organized people to be on standby to unseal them.
Very well. We will be guided by you in this.
Fantastic. It was a pleasure doing business.
How long do you think this expedition of yours will be until they are returned?
How long did it take us to get back there and back?
With Adrid along, about a week or so in total.
Yeah, how long would it take without her? Because we.
No,
Well, she's going with.
Oh, okay, she's going with. Never mind.
So about what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? I don't actually know how long it would take to pack everything up. I'm thinking no more than a few days, really.
Well, you give the estimate. You give the guesstimate as it is, such as it is.
3 weeks.
We think they'll be there and back within between 2 and 3 weeks.
Excellent. And where shall our delegation meet you before you leave? Or before your people leave?
They can meet us at our company courtyard. That's where the caravans will be leaving from.
All right. And will that be tomorrow, or when will they be setting out?
I'm assuming I organize it for as soon as possible. So yes, that will be tomorrow morning first thing.
Very well, then. Is there anything else I can do for you fine gentlemen? Colvar, you look deathly pale. You haven't said a thing.
Problems. Magic. Sleep. Can't.
Magical sleep?
Can I
Is he always
just knock him
is he
out or
always
something?
Are you there?
No,
Father
he's
Tully,
not.
he's been moaning about weird voices for some reason in his head.
Well, I'd recommend a good sanitarium normally, but he smiles at you to show that he doesn't mean it. Come on then, sit yourself down.
I'm already sat down.
No, on the ground, lad. He like reaches up to your, not even to your chest, really.
Wait, what even is he?
Father
A
Tully's a gnome.
Oh, is he? Okay.
No, it's the beginning.
I just assumed he was a human. All right. I will collapse on the floor.
Well, that's certainly one way of sitting. You see him hold out his hands. A little bit of light playing out from his palms here and there as he runs them over you, pinching you here and there, poking you, prodding you, trying to get a feel to see what's going on. Well, this is definitely a curse of some kind. I suppose you didn't go around desecrating any graves recently or fighting with any hags.
Not that I know of. There was a bow that was talking in my head, and it kind of got broken.
Oh, that is unfortunate. What happened?
Well, the bow, it got broken.
If it was talking to you, it was sentient, which means it was alive.
Burke tried to use it as a crowbar.
Make a deception check for me.
Why? He did!
Only because you told him to. Hey, be happy he's not using Zone of Truth.
That's right, I've rolled a 1. I can't get worse than 1. Let's see what I'd have rolled with my disadvantage anyway. Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
You say Burke used it as a crowbar.
Yes.
So, I'm sure Burke is a lovely person, but he's not exactly the sharpest knife in the box now, is he?
Well, I gave it to him. He used it as a crowbar. He also tried to use it as a musical instrument.
I see. And this was without any kind of prompting, I take it.
Why would I prompt him to use a bow instead of a crowbar that I had in my backpack?
Well, as I understand it, very often these divine artifacts or sentient weapons can be intrusive, frustrating, nagging. And some of them have even been known to hinder those whose possession they come in. And I'm sure you would not have just snuffed out a soul like that for no reason.
He was very, very annoying. A good reason.
It was very annoying.
Kalvar, you're not saying much.
Lack of sleep.
You're leaving me with without a very good impression here, I must say. Are you to say that you destroyed somebody's immortal soul and sent them off who knows where just because they're simply annoying?
Again, I'm not the one that destroyed it.
He didn't kill someone as much as release their soul from eternal imprisonment within a bow.
Yeah, he's not in the bow
Practically a
anymore.
good
Now
guy.
he's in my head.
Ah. And has he said much?
Only when I try and sleep.
I think you should consider this a form of penance. You'll need to... This would be beyond me. You'll need to speak to Archbishop Joffrey if you want to be rid of this curse.
So you're saying jump off a building?
I am saying and he looks around first to see if any of the other priests are. I am saying Joffrey's a bit of a cunt. He's probably going to leverage the curse against you, or blackmail you, or try and use you in some way before he rids you of it. He's not a bad man, he's just terribly unethical.
I thought that was the definition of bad.
Oh, he does it for the right reasons. He just doesn't do it the right way. Him and Wooktiers have words often. As I understand it, some of their hours are quite spectacular.
Where can I find him?
He'll be back in the city soonish. After I spoke with him last night, he had some errands to attend to in Tully Lies. He should be back day after tomorrow. I will let him know that you're seeking audience with him.
Okay. Okay.
I would recommend you not do anything rash.
So you're definitely saying jump off a building?
I'm pretty sure that's not what I said.
I'm hearing you correctly.
Truss, keep an eye on this one.
Yeah. Come on, Elf. Let's go and look for your replacement. I'll pat him on the shoulder and start dragging him out the room.
Alrighty. So, what are you guys doing? You've organized your expedition.
Well, I guess I'm not going on that.
I don't think any of you are going on that, are you? I thought you guys were just sending Smitty.
Are we?
I don't even know.
Well, we can if we want, but has anyone else got an idea of what they would prefer to do in the city?
I mean, I could keep myself busy, but I don't have especially anything to do. Outside of maybe watching.
Explore?
Or do you guys want to help? What's his face? Kolvar.
Yes, help me climb this tall building.
I mean, I could follow him around and make sure he doesn't jump off a bridge.
So, you got a curse.
Quite observant.
So what? He just talks to you?
Well, do we know of any other cities that might have people who can help with this curse? Think about it. We can travel to any city, and there are cities where people might not care about us and might just be happy with money, or they might just be less dick.
Do we have enough money for the expedition and to undick Colvar?
Well, Colvar's got some money.
I've got
Empty
some
your
money.
pockets, Colvar.
I'm not emptying my pockets for you.
I'm not the one that's going to die of sleep deprivation, so I'm fine.
My money goes with me to the grave.
Well,
If you would prefer it that way, that's cool. But we have enough money for the expedition. The company has about 750 coins left after that.
well,
Okay.
I might know somebody who can help you out.
You do?
You should not sound so surprised.
Well, I'm always surprised.
Yeah.
It came out wrong.
Couldn't an alchemist just knock up like a super sleep draft, whatever it's called, where it's even if someone was speaking to you, you would still be asleep?
That's not a bad idea.
Can you just make
Can-
a potion
can I roll
to kill
for-
whatever's in my head that's not my brain?
I hadn't considered that. That's actually not a bad idea.
That's why
Can
I
I
get
figure
paid
out
big
how to
bucks.
make that?
Yeah.
You probably make like a coma potion to turn him into a human vegetable for a couple of hours.
Okay. I'll start researching that. Maybe I can make one that's extra strong, and maybe it will actually help with sleep deprivation.
Make an alchemy check and a investigation check as you consult the library. Wow.
Wow. Okay. So that's plus.
Don't know shit about alchemy potions that put people to sleep. However, you do find a book with relevant information in it.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Okay, so you go study that. Okay. Mackleby, you were saying something before you got so rudely interrupted.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, if you're really looking for a solution, I know somebody who can really help you out. It won't be cheap.
Define not being cheap. And who is this person?
It always costs something you are willing to give up. That's the best I can say.
That sounds far too vague.
Yeah, it's the nature of the answer, though. Always something you're willing to give up, but you always get what you ask for.
I'll take a pass on that for now, I think.
Come on, Colvar, make a really unspecific request. What could go wrong?
It'll let you get some rest.
I don't like Michael Jackson telling me to sleep.
Just lay down, boy. Take your pants off. Just lay down. Let Mackleby take care of you.
No, only dreams.
I'm not okay with this.
Oh, please, no.
Suddenly gnome porn.
That is not okay. So,
But I speak, of course, of my patron. She can help you with your whatever ails you.
Wait, what patron? What?
You think?
Well, I can't get into specifics because it's not my place to. But I can make an introduction, and she can help.
I think I'll just look around in a different city for like some backstreet healers.
Okay?
well,
No,
every city has a
brain.
as an institution called the Circle Mages. They specialize in providing magical services for a fee. Very straightforward. You hire them to do a specific or cast a specific spell. They do that. They get paid. And if they don't get paid, then somebody's life becomes very miserable very quickly.
Oh, bond mages, I love them. They sound great.
Do they have like leaflets with price lists?
Not leaflets per se, but there is a Circle Mage Institute in every city.
I'm sure you can get a quote.
I guess. How many levels of exhaustion am I at the minute? Just one.
Just one at the moment.
Okay, I'll just. I will.
Let me just see what level the spell is quickly that they need for
There,
this. Remove curse is a 3rd level spell. That's not so bad. Won't be an arm and a leg, probably.
Just a nose again.
Kidney.
I can live without a kidney.
Circle mages are fairly expensive, but if you need specific magical aid, they can definitely assist you with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there. I'm just gonna go there and then get some spells cast. No questions asked. I'll pay him some money.
And would I, with my knowledge of wizardry, since I've probably dealt with them before, would I even know how much they would cost?
They tend to be rather expensive. The fact that you're dealing with wizards who tend to be a bunch of sloppy know-it-alls in the first place, and the fact that you're dealing with primarily they're a mercenary organization first and foremost. They have a reputation for getting hired during armed conflicts to provide magical artillery, pretty much, and also the fact that they have mages specializing in different schools of magic on retainer, almost you could say, at every single city means that you always have a specialist of the correct kind available. And because of the nature of the service that they offer, they are very expensive. You can walk in and literally get an enchanter, a necromancer, an abjurer, a transmuter, a conjurer, you name it.
Can I give him a
pretty
rough
much instantaneously. But they are very expensive.
Why don't you come with me and talk your wizard talk at them?
They only talk with money. I'm sorry, dude. But yeah, can I give him a rough quote? Like 30,000?
30,000.
No, I'm just joking with 30,000.
That's actually pretty close to on the nose.
Off to the tall building I go then.
Well, maybe you should go and get a quote first.
Go and get quotes.
Get rough quote 30,000.
You may or may not be eyeballing it.
I'm just walking out the door.
Who's going to go and get the quotes? Is Colbar going to go get it?
I'm not sure if he's going to go get a quote or jump off a bridge. I'm going to go follow him.
Who can haggle here? Worth it that.
Maybe we should have, a group go, not the one desperate guy. I'm just saying.
Yes, you don't want them to take advantage of me in my wary state.
Nope.
Maybe we should all go.
Wow.
A show of togetherness is equal to a show of force.
A show of togetherness.
I'm going just to make sure they don't spend too much on the stuff.
Burke, are you going or not?
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty. Your merry band of men group up. And all of you keeping an eye to tackle and or kick his legs out and or grab Kolvar in case he finds any tall buildings, bridges, drops.
Oh, no worries. I have further fall.
I will just grapple him down.
Already, Kolvar, you feel the eyes of your comrades on your back, watching your every step. It's a little bit disconcerting.
I'm stopping every now and then, just looking at all the tall buildings.
Still,
Justified with them.
I have further fall. It doesn't matter even if it starts dropping the tank. Maybe. Hang on.
I dodged the spell.
You guys make your way through the city, going past the bakery, where you see that somebody has moved the stone that you expended so much effort in moving Mackleby back against the wall again, leaving it parallel with the one on the other side of the door.
I guess it had its purpose.
It had its purpose. You guys make your way through until you come to the Circle Mage headquarters, a building that was carved by magic pretty much from the living rock itself. The front of the building, the stone itself actually polished smooth with no cracks in between the stones, no mortar as far as you can tell, just a solid stone edifice, most of it set into the actual walls of this underground cavern. And you can see out by the front entrance 2 ever-glowing lamps on either side of the gate, casting a very wan purple light, as the cavern's quite bright at this time of day. And as you make your way inside, you can see there's a small group of fur-clad gentlemen who look like trappers or mercenaries of some kind, who are walking out, rowdily busy talking to each other. And as you make your way into the entryway, you see a lady sitting at the front desk in very neat purple robes, black hair, down pretty short down to just beneath her ears. She sits there. She looks to be making notes in some kind of very large leather-bound ledger on the desk in front of her. Good morning. You have business with the circle?
We're about to.
She leans over the desk and looks down at you. State your business.
Well, we have a elf guy here. Hey, Golvar.
I wave.
How very observant. Yes, he's indeed an elf.
They're good, aren't they?
Yeah, he needs
problem.
we need a quote for remove curse. Because I got him his little curse stuck on him because he's an idiot.
Curse removal. Take a seat, and she gestures at a few of the chairs there.
I sit to the one nearest the door.
Archmage Jerome will be with you momentarily. Please wait. You guys sit down on the very awkward little padded hard chairs. And then after about a good 15, 20 minutes of waiting, she looks at you and goes, you can proceed now. She waves her arm and you see a door appear in the wall to her left. Just straight through there, first door on the left. Well, get on with it.
Oh, let's go.
Are
You're grumbling. Goddamn adventurers.
Well, we have need of a removal of a curse.
He
Yes.
says as he walks.
You see her just like take both hands and just kind of like massage her temple for a moment because the dumb, it hurts so much.
Do you need me to speak slower?
Enter what appears to be a very neat and tidy little office. Small chair, small desk. What appears to be a cot of some kind against one wall. A circle embedded in the ground made of copper. Magical circle laid out with various ruins and markings inside of it. And the entire office itself lit with some warm lamps. And behind the desk itself, you see a gentleman with very distinguished features sitting, an orcish gentleman. His skin starting to go towards the grayer shade rather than green. His tusks themselves
So he's 40.
capped with gold decorations. And you can see intricate tribal tattoos spiraling out from above his nose and down the sides of his face to below his chin. And he's wearing a very rich royal blue robe fastened with what appears to be a belt made of little hoops of silver that's loosely just crossed in front of him, keeping it closed. Good morning, gentlemen, he says to you as you enter the room. As I understand it, you're in need of an abjurer. Who's the patient?
Hello.
Excellent. Please take a seat for me. So, before we get started, abjuration magic is a very specialized school, and as such, we charge a premium for our services. For a curse, you will be looking at a sum of 10,000 marks. And we can remove it, no questions asked. We do not care where you received it from. We do not care who the curse is attached to, or even if it is attached to an item of some kind. We will remove it, no questions asked. You pay me, you leave my office, and your discretion is assured. Nobody will ever know that you have been here today. So, shall we get started?
What about
Well,
400 gold?
He smiles at you. An excellent jest. But what about 400 gold?
It's good, isn't it? 400. It's a good number.
Well, young man, as you can see, and he taps against his tusks,
Pretty
I'm
sure
not
I'm
really
older than
wanting.
him.
I'm not really wanting for gold. I have all the jewelry I could ever need.
You want to wrestle for it?
Oh, that sounds fun. You should.
He looks at you.
You look like an accomplished wrestler, man.
Gentlemen, you misunderstand. This isn't a negotiation. I was merely explaining the terms of our services to you. You're,
Can
of
I
course,
wrestle?
welcome to seek out somebody else.
Can we do a
forgive my
favor?
friend.
You do us a favor, and we'll do you a favor.
One question: are you willing to take services in exchange for coin?
10,000 marks worth of services is quite a few services.
We are the specialists when it comes to retrieving magical items from the
What
surface.
about magic door? You want a magic door?
I smack him.
Shush. The
Why
money's
is this-
talking. So, tell me, what kind of specialists are you?
Well, we specialize in going to the surface, and if you know of something and can point us in the right direction, we retrieve it for you. No questions asked.
Discretion guaranteed.
Of course.
Make a persuasion check for me. And if one of you guys wants to assist...
Can I help? Can I help with disadvantage? Can I
if you
smile?
want.
Help with a smile. I'm
Come on, buddy.
smile and wink.
It's a good deal.
What kind of rolls are we looking at?
Well, 11 plus 1, so 12 plus what if someone assists, what does that actually do?
What is this? Is this?
It's going to give you a
assist gives
small
you
bonus
advantage.
if one of them rolled higher than a 10.
I didn't do that.
Nope.
Nope.
Did no one actually help
No
properly?
one else.
Oh my
Am I the
God.
only one helping?
The
You're a
other guys
bunch
all
of-
rolled terribly.
Sleep deprived retard.
Well, I mean, I suppose I could help.
RNGesus.
I won't help. I don't like mercenary
Did
wizards.
all of you just go and punch him in the face while I was
Oh,
trying to go
Rogue's still rolling. Oh, for fuck's sake! You're all
People are
shit.
a bunch of muppets.
Uh, nothing's good coming out.
I'm starting my own retrieval band with blackjack and hookers.
I would like to retain your services, but your companions seem a little unreliable.
I literally
Hey,
put my head in my hands and I sigh and I'm like, I know exactly what you mean.
So you say you
I
retrieve.
smile and say, "We might seem unreliable, but that's a trick."
I don't suppose that like the door we've walked through is magic and we've teleported to a top of a tower or anything, have we?
Nope.
Oh, that's a shame.
Okay, I will be very honest with you. I don't know you. I don't know I can trust you. And unfortunately, your merry band of men do not fill me with confidence that you can do, or that you can be of aid to me. I have a question. These items that you retrieve, would they be items in tombs, or would they be items that are in the possession of other people?
We specialize in the collection of items in tombs.
And if
Well,
I were
it
to
Depends who the people is also.
offer you information about an item in somebody else's possession that I needed retrieving, theoretically, of course, I mean, this is, of course, extremely unethical. Theoretically, would you be able to retrieve such an item for me?
Theoretically, we might be able to.
in theory.
Depend on if the person who holds the item is above ground or within the city, and then on the other person's alignment. We have no problem going up against bandits, for instance.
This would be, theoretically speaking, of course, a colleague of mine.
A colleague of yours from this branch or from a branch in a different city?
He's engaged in some field work at the moment.
Dangerous field work.
Accidents do happen.
You know, things are misplaced fairly regularly out in the wastes.
This would be a little bit closer to home.
What are we talking about? Talking how pretty, get to the point.
City.
Under the sea.
So,
Under the city.
so outside of the city limits, but within the cave system.
That would be an adequate explanation of it.
Well, we are always interested in hearing about the things our friends like or
In,
require.
For services rendered, if you were to do me a small favor, theoretically, of course, I could see myself waiving the usual fee. You will, of course, still need to pay the circle their cut. They are, of course, very adamant about getting payment for their services. But theoretically, if you were to do me a small favor, I could see myself removing a curse from your eloquent friend.
One question. I fully understand that I would only expect a friend to help me in such a manner after I've helped them. But would you know of a way to make my friend more useful in this endeavor, as he is one of our party?
I could suppress the effects of the curse for the duration of your employ. Theoretically, of course.
Theoretically, I would be very interested in this deal. I don't know what my friends think. And I look at everyone behind me.
Well, my offer still stands, but if he wants to do the expensive way, that's up to him.
I mean, Culver himself would be the person doing such a thing, so I mean, it's completely up to him. I'm washing my hands clean. Bye.
Thanks.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Bye. As he walks past.
Good luck.
The lady in the reception is still going as you walk past her.
I just do a little grin and just wave. Sorry.
I love my colleagues. They're so great.
So, Colvar, what are you doing?
You ain't Kovar?
You have many choices before you.
And you're certain we're not at the top of the high building?
Yes.
Is that a yes, we're not? Or yes, we are?
You're not as a high building.
Oh, damn it. In that case, I'd be up for that. But
I mean, you've got lots of options before you.
I am okay with stealing something from somebody, as long as the debt is not to everyone and just to me. I don't want to drag everyone else down with me when this inevitably goes wrong.
So would that be a yes?
I can certainly try.
Excellent. He stands up, walks over to his cupboard and opens it up, and you see inside are all sorts of potions and bric-a-brac and magical paraphernalia. And you see him pulling out cards and tossing aside bags and things. And what the fuck?
This is gonna be the healing potions. We're gonna start manufacturing healing potions in our name.
Eventually, he turns around and comes walking back to you with a small opal earring held up in his fingers. Left or right ear?
Hey. What's that?
That's a very good question.
This will suppress the curse for the duration of your employ.
As an exotic kind of elf, I will instead counter with belly button.
This particular item wasn't designed with belly buttons in use.
I want to see if I can identify what it is using my magical knowledge.
Do you have an identify spell?
I have 4 ranks in Arcana knowledge, sir.
It looks like a earring, an smooth opal earring to you.
Wow, Mackleby, you are so smart.
So, left or right ear?
Left.
Don't do it.
He takes his right index finger, takes your ear in his left hand, and you see a tiny pinpoint lance of fire, needle thin, punch a hole straight through his ear. Just
Oh, I told you.
and he hands you the earring. Put this on.
Can I like slowly move it up to me past Mackleby's face so he can get a better look at it?
Okay, Mackleby, you see an opal earring come past your face.
Yeah,
Slowly upwards.
yeah, that's nice.
Being really dramatic with this.
You chose poorly. I can't even. I don't even. What do you want? I gave you an option. You chose self-mutilation and servitude.
Okay, while you're slowly putting the
Jesus
earring
Christ.
in, he walks over to Druss, who apparently is the most sane person in the room, and hands him a black business card with golden arcane symbols printed on the front of it.
Thank you.
My associate will deliver further information to you
Great. I
in
hand
the
them our
next few
business card.
days. Fantastic, gentlemen. He turns back to you. Will you put that thing in your ear already? I have
Put
other
it in.
people to see.
I can do detect magic on it.
It's definitely magical.
I'm just gonna leave. These monkeys can cloud around.
It has a strong aura of abjuration magic.
You know, I get the impression that that's probably magic.
Okay. You put
Thanks
the
for your
earring in
business, mate.
and
We'll
you
see you
feel
again.
a soft, warm glow flow over your body. You're still tired now, but
Do I detect the magic?
of what?
Am I aware that this earring is magic?
You can definitely feel it. It's like a
Fuck me
warm.
sideways, Appleby. It's magic.
I told you. This is not gonna go well for you. Silly elf.
I think I'm not here to hear any of that.
Good day, gentlemen. Please don't. I'm already regretting this. He just turns around and walks away from you.
Somebody stuck up.
This kid takes out a book and starts writing something down.
Dear diary, today I met retards.
And one wary dwarf.
And their minder.
Somebody has to mind them.
God damn it.
I'm heading back to the compound.
Christ
I too am
almighty.
heading back. And yeah,
You're gonna go get some sleep, maybe.
I am gonna go and have a little elfie trance nap.
Trance nap. Okay.
As I sleep.
Okay. I'll check.
Proper trance.
Okay. Is there anything else the rest of you gentlemen would like to do? Where's the rest of the day?
No, I still would like to study that coma potion.
When I wake up from my little nap, because it's only like 4 hours for a long rest as an elf, I want to find some paint and start painting our logo on the side of Ben.
Oh, Christ. Sure. Why not? Make a craft beetle check for me.
Craft beetle.
Hey, don't you make no crap.
I have proficiency in this.
Don't you go getting your juju on Ben.
Tragedy robot. Hippo robot them.
Somebody
Is it
should
really
also.
a robot? Is it
Yeah,
just
I'm
like
changing it. There, talk me
robot?
out.
No, I
Fixed.
don't hear robot.
No, everybody did go to robot.
Yeah, and then I changed server and then it fixed it. Does anyone want to help me paint our logo on the side of the giant beetle?
I'm telling you,
I'm too
man, we
busy
need
trying
to
to create a
make
cover
healing
version.
potions in the form.
Yeah, I'm going to do some admin.
You don't go messing with Ben.
Thing.
I'm gonna wash my beard.
That's right.
Alros, what potion were you on about?
We
Cover
need to
potion.
make healing
Trying to
potions
figure
in
out how
the
to make
form
one.
of the RC cola.
The stealth potion, is that what you're trying to make?
No, healing potion.
Shush you!
Fuck, you're not
Damn
making
it.
anything.
Alros, sorry, what were you doing?
The coma potion, because I found some book related to it. I would
Yes.
like to try and start figuring how to make one.
Okay, just do a straight alchemy check for me. You gonna try and like spike his food with it or something?
No, I'm just gonna like figure out a formula for it, so I can use it for more things than that.
Okay,
Also, that's
you find a
60
formula for
plus
it.
5. Woo! I
Woo.
have a formula.
Get benefit to somebody. DC 15 fortitude save. If they fail it, they fall into deep sleep. That can only be woven by magical damage.
Right, try now.
Hello?
Hello?
God,
Wait,
DC.
Hello, computer.
Hello?
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, potion, DC 15. Target can only be woken by damage or magical means. Otherwise, they sleep for 8 hours like baby. Dead babies.
Can you just throw this at people?
No, it has to be administered.
You should make it into like a gas grenade.
Or a syringe grenade.
So, that aside, Mackleby, what were you doing?
Well, after our trip, I do believe Mackleby would then go and see about trying to make more food for Ben.
Okay, where are you getting the food from?
Well, since it appears to be like a syrupy, sappy sort of thing, I will raid the food stores and start making syrup out of sugar. And or beets.
Fuck, what would that be? Just make like a straight intelligence check for me.
Well, this will not go well.
That's not bad. How much intelligence you got?
10.
10. You managed to make a food-like substance that you assume would be edible for a giant beetle.
Actually, I have an intelligence of 15.
Ah, there we go. You definitely make a food that is edible for beetles. It should be almost exactly the right consistency.
Excellent. I will write down the recipe and share it with Elra.
Hey, Ellie,
Dross.
I made Ben food. Here's a recipe.
Okay. Thanks.
I'm first going to. I want to do some research around the caverns below the city.
Okay. That'll be a straight knowledge history. The caverns, for the most part, are fairly well documented below the city. You know, being an underground city, exploring the structural integrity of the foundations was a fairly well documented and thorough process.
So it'd be a roll plus my intelligence modifier.
Mm-hmm. Do you have proficiency in knowledge history?
Nope, but I did get a 20.
That's pretty good. Maps are publicly available from the library. You can get a copy of the maps made for a couple of marks. No problems.
Yeah, you do that.
But you do know that the more unsavory elements of the city tend to congregate beneath the city. For some reason, criminals inevitably end up going underground for whichever reason. But you get the feeling that if a wizard is doing some kind of archaeological work or some kind of expedition or some kind of field work, it's probably not going to be in the caverns themselves. Probably somebody has found some either natural offshoot or path deeper down below, which is more likely where you will be heading. But until you receive a bit more information, that would be the most educated guess that you could make.
Cool. And I'm also going to tell our poor man that he's going on an expedition for 3 weeks in the desert. Smitty, guess what?
Hear a audible sigh from the other room.
Remember your contract said business travel included?
Yes, sir.
Well, we're going to send you on an expedition to go pick up some stuff.
Very well, sir.
That'll be fine, Smitty. The fresh air is good for you.
Yeah, and there's a vampire tree, and then there were giant bugs and sand people. It's gonna be great.
Don't worry, the vampire tree's dead.
Yeah, we think we killed it, but we never killed a vampire tree before. But good luck.
And when will this expedition be leaving, sir?
Tomorrow morning.
Nice warning there.
Wait, go back. Does Smitty have family, by the way? Has anybody ever bothered to ask?
Smitty does have family, Inspect.
What's
You
Smitty's
know...
family?
Let me just scroll down quickly. Because I actually made notes on Smitty.
What's Smitty's family?
Sir Reginald
fine.
Alexei Smitherston, who helps manage your storefront, sell artifacts, and all that kind of thing, actually only moved to the city that you guys are in relatively recently, about 10 years ago. You do know that he's originally from Toolvault. Not from Toolvault, from Toollies, the underwater city. And that he has family there.
So he's got no immediate family. That's fine. So he'll be able to head off tomorrow. Good man, Smitty.
Good man, Smitty.
I pat him on the shoulder as I walk out the office.
Oh no, Griff just died.
Oh, what the fuck is going on with the Discord?
Try changing the server.
I
around to the-
just did.
Am I still robot voice?
You're
No,
back
I
now.
changed it over again and it fixed it.
Yeah, it's
He doesn't have any immediate family in the city, per se, that you know
Bert.
of.
Bert, you need to take him out drinking and try and change that.
Yeah, let's go drink.
He
yeah,
lives
get
here.
it to pack.
Get him fucking
Bert.
wasted before he leaves an expedition.
Yeah, why
That-
not?
that-
Always goes better when you drink.
No, thank you, sir.
Why not? Come on.
Well, I have an expedition to plan that I've been giving less than a day's notice, so I will be rather busy for the rest of the day. Thank you very
Fear
much.
not, Smitty.
Just
Smitty,
one
Smitty. I
beer.
gave him all my papers. It's planned. It's been booked. It's been organized. You have to just make sure you're there.
Think of the hazard pay you'll earn.
They know you're our representative, and fear not, your contract mentioned nothing about hazard pay. Damn elves.
Did his contract mention hazard pay?
Of course not. I wrote it. Have you not
no.
seen it? Have you not seen the contract from The Hobbit?
Very well, sir. Well, I will be busy preparing for the journey. I shall see you later today.
Good
There
man,
are two
Smitty.
appointments that will be here later, but I should be free to deal with the gentlemen who are coming in.
Great. I'll be here as well.
Please, I'd rather you not, sir.
Smitty, I'm here to help.
Yes, sir, and a fine job you're doing. But leave it to the professionals, please.
Oh, sick burn.
Smitty, I'm the professional.
Very well, sir.
Good man. I'll see you this afternoon.
You see him sigh, walk out of the room. The door closes. You hear a thumping sound coming from the other room.
You know what? I take it that Smitty may not be looking forward to that.
Alrighty, the rest of the day passes uneventfully for the most part. Trust you sit and do some paperwork. And by paperwork, I mean horribly wreck most of the books that Smitty has been trying to keep in something resembling legibility.
Hey, hold on.
Um,
What? Since when? I am actually the bookkeeper of this company.
Yes, you are.
This is why our financials are so bad. I
No,
started
your
out with 5
financials are
points.
so bad because I'm working with a bunch of people who are like, hey, it's a magical bow. Let me curse myself.
While you're busy sitting at the table working on said books, you glance up to take another sip of tea. And as you do so, you notice that there's a figure in a robe sitting across from you in the chair.
Oi,
Just
greetings. How you
watching
doing?
you.
That's quite a stealthy entrance you made there.
My employer wishes for us to have never met, so we are attempting to be somewhat discreet, despite my warnings that you appear to be incapable of such behavior.
Yeah, I'm afraid my compatriots are slightly boisterous.
And smelly.
Yep. But we're hoping to work on that. We found some potions that remove smells.
Yes. The voice is feminine, you think? Although it might just be an elf, in your opinion, because everybody sounds like an elf to you.
Elves.
The figure reaches inside their robes and hands you a very small wooden box of a stained dark wood with the symbol for abjuration burnt into the top of it.
Thank you. And
Inside,
what is this?
you will find instructions, as well as a small item to assist you in your endeavor.
Thank you very much. Tell
Follow
your
instructions, and your business will be resolved soon. Tell the elf not to run.
if he tries to run, I'll chop his legs off myself.
Then we have an understanding. And as
Tell
you
your
look out
employer
of the
we'll
box
talk to him as soon as
see-
we can.
You look up and gone.
I shrug. Elves. Okay,
Elves.
I look at the box.
It's a very small box, very thin. The box itself, about the size of an A4 page, but very, very thin, probably only about 2 centimeters thick. And you can see that it's got what appears to be a very small little brass latch on one side and a pair of hinges on the opposite side.
So I'm going to open it.
Inside, as you pop it open, you see a piece of parchment with a message written in Dwarvish on it, as well as what appears to be a very thin felt bag of deep, deep black material that's been embroidered with arcane symbols in silver.
Great. I'm going to read the letter.
The letter simply states, as per our business arrangement, you are to retrieve a small item of modest value in return for services rendered upon the return of this item. Beneath the caverns of the city, you will find a wizard, as well as several of his experiments that we have an interest in. Here's my damn sheet. Give me a sec while this stupid thing loads. So slow. Holy shit, I had this prepared.
I'm looking at the other side of the page. I'm like, surely there must have been more to this magical letter. Suddenly you see more words start to fill themselves in. It's like,
Below
magic.
the city, you will find my colleague, Gorstag, a gnomish gentleman that specializes in conjuring magical beings from various planes, dimensions, and even just from the wilds. He has in his possession a small agate gem set in a crown. We desire this crown. How you retrieve the item, it's up to you, as long as no one knows who you're working for. I expect delivery from this item as soon as possible.
does the letter include where this mage is located?
You flip the page over, and on the back,
Magical map.
magical map. You see there's a map of underground tunnels.
Which I
if you
now know
compare-
looks familiar because I have a map of that as well.
If you compare the two, you could probably you'd be able to see where the entrance is fairly easily.
Great. Well, then I'm going to wait for evening for everyone else to arrive from wherever they are going, so we can discuss this.
Okay, so what are the rest of you guys doing?
I was still probably working on the potion, I think.
Magleby, you were making Ben food. Burke, what were you doing?
I'm trying to make suggestions for how they make potions. I want RC bottles.
Okay. Burke, make a D20 roll for me.
Okay.
Wow. Elros, Burke comes to assist you with your potion making. It's a harrowing experience as you have to constantly chase him away from open flames, dropping things, knocking things over, and in general being the exact opposite of somebody that you need inside an alchemy lab.
But
However, amongst his ramblings and bamblings and bumblings, he does come up with one good idea. You should design some kind of bottle that you could squeeze without it breaking, like a water skin, but in a bottle form. That'd be ideal for adventurers. You could make a fortune selling it.
Oh, that's actually a pretty good idea. I wonder what material it would use. Actually, put the good parts of his rambling down somewhere on some note in the edge.
Okay, Kolvar, you tranced. Dressif was doing things. Mackleby was doing things. Fantastic. Evening dawns. Come on, guys. Give me some interaction here. Don't just sit there and make me fucking poke you with a stick constantly. Jesus Christ.
Bo's just down. He hasn't had any sleep.
No, I'm up now. I'm great. I'm feeling good. I'm awake.
Woo!
Everything's good. I'm like, okay, so we got to do some stuff.
Yeah, you have some kind of mission.
Anybody know what's going on with these magic people? What happened whilst I was asleep?
So, gentlemen, our friend from the Mage Guild sent me a letter. There is a mage under the city who's doing a couple of experiments. And he has a crown that the Mage Guild want. We need to get it for our friend. Make sure no one knows we got it. And then bring it back. And then, hey, it's a lot cheaper to get a curse removed. I showed them the map. This is where we have to go. It's underneath the city. I've done some research, and it looks like we might have to move through some unsavory elements on our way there. Anyone got any thoughts? Oh, and there's a magical bag. I don't know what this is. I haven't opened it yet.
Like,
Open it.
Did the letter actually mention the magical bag?
It didn't mention that magical bag, no.
Elros, you want to look at the magical bag?
I cast Identify on the magical bag. See if it's even magical.
It is indeed.
It had magical writing on it. How could it not be magical?
It's a gate spell in bag form, basically. You put something in the bag, it comes out somewhere else.
Ah, that's
Like a-
probably how
like
we
a-
get the crown to them.
Like a modified bag of holding.
Someone should put their head in there, see where it goes.
I don't recommend that.
I recommend the elf.
We get the crown to them. So
Put
now
it
we
up.
get
I'm gonna stick my sword in there.
You're
Ow!
No, don't.
You guys see Berkey stick his sword into it.
Ah, I was
Blade
so-
disappearing
I was
into it like the
joking,
surface of
I'm
water.
furious.
No. Don't let him do that.
He's already doing it.
No, I
I was
not
handling the
one
bag.
holding the bag, so I was not being allowed to do it. Damn it! So it's okay.
Careful what you say.
Okay, we have 2 weeks to get this to get this crown, because we have to be back here before our exhibition, our kind of goods get here from the temple. So I recommend we leave tomorrow.
Well,
Or the
why
day
not
after.
now?
Who's gonna take care of Ben?
Because I want to get some sleep.
What time is it?
It's evening.
6-ish.
Yeah.
Fine,
We
have
should
a little nap,
fucking
wake up, and we'll go whilst it's still nighttime.
Exactly.
Look, it's
We're
just
supposed
your
to
life.
travel
It's
at
fine.
night. It's fucking desert. We're supposed to rest the day and travel at night.
We're not going in the desert.
We're not
it's in the
going
caves.
topside.
Doesn't matter what time is it then.
Exactly. It doesn't matter what time it is, so we can go at nighttime once everybody's had a nap.
Everyone, just be ready to leave tomorrow morning. Get
I
your
know
stuff.
how grumpy dwarves get without their daytime nap.
I know how grumpy dwarves are. They just grumpy.
Yes, we are.
Amazing. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna take a nap. Then we're gonna go. What?
Now,
Tomorrow morning.
Amazing.
I have to admit,
Let's steal
Oh.
something in the morning when whoever we're stealing it from is likely to be awake.
I don't think we're gonna get there in like an hour.
Or you've got
I'll
maps.
show you the map. It's quite far away. It's quite
How
a big
far
map.
away is it?
Like hours of travel.
Is it
Probably
hours
about
of travel?
The underground system is quite extensive.
Have you done any research on this, El?
With the
No, but I'm
aid of
looking at
the
the
map,
map.
it would be, but it'll be fairly easy to navigate through it. But since you've never actually been in the systems themselves, the map will help. But it's still probably going to be a good 2 or 3 hours down to the entrance point, and then it's an indeterminate distance from there to wherever this person has set up camp. As this map that you have only shows you the entrance to the true Underdark.
Okay, fine.
So it could be a
Wait till
while.
morning.
Bring a sleeping bag. I'm going to go upstairs and pack my bag.
You guys are a bunch of muppets. Alrighty. The rest of the evening passes uneventfully, with your dinner getting served by the grumpy Helga, since you guys have now forced her to pretty much look after the store while Smitty's away.
Helga,
Helga, this is lovely.
Helga, you gotta make sure you give Ben food.
Oh, did Smitty sell anything whilst we were gone?
At last a relevant question. He did indeed. The store made a profit of 200 marks in your absence.
Yeah.
Job, Smitty.
He's our top man. He's our top man. Smitty's good.
Helga looks at you. You say no what now?
Oh yeah, you gotta feed Ben.
You ain't going near that thing. You can feed it yourself.
Well, yeah, I could, but then I could not go.
Well then, you should have thought of that before you brought a pet home.
Just build him one of those giant hamster water things for the syrup.
I mean,
Hmm.
doesn't need to go with us. I mean, we're only going to get an item. We're probably not going to be fighting huge amounts. I don't know. Never been down there. Hopefully.
Well, I could stay here and take care of Ben.
Or you could just, make a load of that thing's food, and then just leave it for it.
I don't know. I don't know that Ben knows how to not eat all his food at one time. Alright. Well, I will come up with a way so that you don't have to go near Ben, but you can still feed Ben.
She looks at you guys, turns around and walks off.
Helga,
Impression that she's not terribly impressed by your idea.
Helga.
Nope, I'm going to the kitchen.
But Ben is a nice bug.
Don't care, not my problem.
When he bites you,
Keeper, not your gamekeeper. Get somebody else to do it.
he doesn't bite so much as he nibbles, and it's a sign of affection.
She's gone. She's down the corridor. She wants nothing to do with your man.
Oh. Alright. I don't want to be...
Just go and hire someone to come around and visit every day.
How long are we going to be gone?
Sorry?
I don't know. Just find some goddamn kid that doesn't have any fucking job and tell him to fucking feed the damn thing. Like,
Or take it
daily.
to a stable.
He's already in the state. I can't help but notice you use a lot of curse words when you can't articulate your point.
What?
What?
Mackleby will then look for he will go around to the local horse breeder and see if he can secure some.
Peter, that's still open this time of night. You can see he's busy, like, bunking down the place, getting it ready to, make sure none of the horses get out. There's not a massive population of horses in the city. I mean, it's underground, and somebody has to clean up all the detritus that go with horses. So, generally speaking, people frown upon keeping them for recreational use around here. Somebody wants to step in shit while just going to town. You see the gentleman, the proprietor, or the breeder, or whatever you want to call him, is quite a rotund human fellow, dressed in what appear to be mostly leathers and soft greens, and he's busy closing up the stable, getting ready for the evening.
Hello.
Oh there, what can I do for you?
I am Mackleby Thornsmith.
Well, good to meet you. My name is James. Best breeder in town, only breeder in town.
That means you're probably the #1 breeder in town.
That would be right. This man knows his horses. So, what can I do for you?
Well, I have a need of someone to take care of my animal while I'm away.
Well, that can be arranged. I mean, if you have business abroad and you need somebody to look after them, we do occasionally stable mounts here. What breed is he?
Beetle.
I'm sorry, what now?
He is a giant beetle.
Sir, I think you are mistaken. This is a horse. And that is a horse. And that over there is a horse as well.
Right?
Do you see any beetles here?
Well, he's only about 20, maybe 30 hands high. He's not that big. But you could ride him like a horse.
You see the guy just kind of like, why? I was just closing up. Why did this have to happen just before it's closing time? I don't think you quite understand. We don't deal with beetles.
But you don't have to deal with them, you just gotta feed them.
Sir, not only do I have no idea what you would feed a beetle, I have no interest in feeding a beetle. My trade is horses. I deal with horses. We breed horses. We race horses. We use horses for travel. We sometimes even eat them or use them for glue. But we don't deal with beetles.
Well, it sounds like an untapped market you really should investigate. Because I'm a paying customer and I just need you to feed my beetle for me.
Make a persuasion check.
You're going to help him
Damn,
set up the
damn.
first beetle stable in the city. It'll be glorious.
Oh my god.
Persuasion is +2.
It's
Plus
15.
2, 15. An untapped market, you say?
Yeah.
How many of these beetle things have you got around here?
Well, I've just got the one. His name is Mint. But I know where to get more. They are in the desert.
I don't know.
It could be the new luxury animal. They eat sugar water. They don't poop as far as I know. And then
How long have you had this creature?
several days. He's very friendly. He hasn't bit me once.
I actually have no idea if this guy will go for it.
Then how nibbles on a sign of affection?
You are a businessman, right? I can make this really easy. You don't have...
How long do you need to stable this creature for?
Well, we don't actually have to take Ben out of his home. I just need someone to come around and take care of him and then walk him a little bit.
We don't do house calls, so we'll have to stable him here.
Okay. Several days.
How long do you need this creature to be stabled for? 2 days, 3 days, a week, 2 weeks?
We will call it a week. Possibly earlier. But maybe a week. Not too long. Just enough for you to grow to love him as much as I do.
I find that highly unlikely.
I find you rather snooty. But that's neither here nor there.
Certainly go take your business elsewhere, if that's how you feel about it.
Oh no. I know. Snooty guys are usually the right guys for the job.
For a week stabling, you're looking at 105 marks.
I can make that happen.
That would normally include care for the animal, brushing it down, regular rides.
But that's the beauty of a bug.
I'm not sure
You don't got...
exactly if your pet is capable of being brushed down. So we'll just call it 15 marks a day for the stabling and feeding. You will, of course, be providing the food for your creature yourself.
Of course, I make it my own special recipe. I call it Ben food. And you don't have to brush him on account of he's got a carapace and does not have skin.
Very well. Bring the creature here tomorrow, and I will have one of the stable hands look after it and leave instructions for its food and care. And we will...
That would be great. You're the best.
I think that every day while we're gone, Ben should make a persuasion roll. And we see if we come back whether the guy loves Ben to bits.
Oh, that would be great if it becomes a new cottage industry of giant riding beetles.
Oh, Lord.
Why not?
Alrighty. Because you guys give me a headache. The rest of the night passes uneventfully, and the next morning you deliver Ben to the ostler. Is that the word? I'm too tired. And head off to the underground tunnel system, having done no research whatsoever on your target, to go and retrieve an item that does something. I'm sure this will go well.
You guys think that maybe
Oh.
we should have looked this up before we left the city in our comfortable home?
So you make your way to the edge of the city, take a very unassuming grate leading down beneath it, and you find yourself standing in the echoing tunnels. Some of them natural, some of them stone and mortar, of human construction. And following the map that Dross have, you guys make your way ever down, past sewage, past junk heaps, past all sorts of natural obstructions and things that you pass by until you eventually make it to what appears to be a crack in the wall, like a fissure that has happened either naturally or artificially, leading down into a much deeper darkness below you.
Great.
Mighty dark
Let's
down
go.
here.
I can't help but think this is going to go well. We are unprepared and we don't know what we're looking for. It's going to be great.
Berkey, you hit your head going through the thing as it's pitch
Ow.
dark and you have no torches and no dark vision.
Ow.
Oh, hey. Hey, you got to watch out.
Damn it.
Shut up.
It's dark.
Mind your heads, guys. It's a bit low.
You find yourself standing in a almost like an antechamber below ground. You can see where you've stepped in. It appears almost like the wall was pulverized into rubble, into like fine gravel from the inside. So the where you're standing now, the gravel is kind of like sprayed inwards into the chamber where you are currently standing. And you can see multiple passageways, what appear to be either the remains of gas pockets, or in some cases, like rounded, smooth openings in the wall, punching out in various directions. Some of them going up into the ceiling, some of them going down into the floor, some of them going level from the room itself. Probably about 24 of them, all told. And you can see almost what looks like scoops of clay around next to some of these passages, that upon closer inspection appear to be made of stone. Those of you who have knowledge arcana can make a check to gather some.
Ooh, let's have a look at this.
Amazing.
Let's see. 14.
I'm going to destroy that die.
Copy it and delete it.
That is the die that does not roll well.
That's rolled 18.
Yeah, because I'm disgusted with it.
That's pretty
And
good.
then a
die.
15.
I've only rolled one roll over 10.
You're not sure exactly what these chunks of stone mean, but you do get the feeling that they're linked in some way to some kind of magic that was used at this on these tunnels. So, which direction would you guys like to go? There's about a dozen of them leading out from where you're standing at the moment.
Does anyone have detect magic?
Yes.
Maybe I don't know if you. I don't know what the range is on that, but could it maybe
Really short,
not? Oh, okay.
30 feet.
Well,
So left.
what does the map say?
Well, the
map-
map
I
got
like,
it, yeah.
try and figure out with detecting skills, like maybe there's movement been down here because they're supposed to be here.
Holy
I
shit!
know.
You mean the ranger actually range?
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's even possible.
So the guy the person we're looking for summoned stuff, yeah?
He's a conjurer, conjuration specialist.
Oh, wait, no, that's not gonna work. Okay.
His name is Gorstark.
I must start looking around for any gnomish tracks. Those pesky gnomes always leaving tracks.
Okay, make your survival check. You can do it.
Apparently, I kind of can. That's a 19.
Very good. Besides the tracks that have been trampled by your little group entering here, you do find several sets of tracks on the floor. Not so much tracks, really, as scuff marks. You find very regular-looking scuffs, almost like a metal that has been, or like a flint on a stone, almost like metal scrape marks where you can see the stone sometimes has a little bit of like bronze coloring on it, where something with very heavy metal feet has walked down the passageway immediately to your left. And you can see there are two sets of these tracks going deeper into the darkness.
something big and heavy has gone through this way.
How are you gonna? Should we then go after it?
Exact opposite of a gnome.
I don't think that's very smart. We put big boys in front.
Survival check, you know that the gnome probably would not have left any tracks on solid stone, you know, being incredibly light and a gnome.
He might have molten lava feet.
Doing experiments, so he's
molten
probably
lava
moved
feet.
equipment through, yeah?
You sure? Okay. But yeah, something's been taken down this way.
We don't know if anyone else in this area who might have been dragging stuff, so it's probably as good a direction to follow as any.
We should go down this way then. And with that, I'm gonna get my stealth on and start going off down the far left one, ahead of everyone.
I'm gonna get my shield and axe out.
Do we know
Considering
how
I haven't-
close we are to where supposed this guy's is?
We don't. We just know the area. We just know he's through here, but where in this area we don't have a clue.
Yeah, but in general, do we know, like, is he within an hour's travel?
No,
Okay, let's
unfortunately.
continue then.
Alrighty, so you get your stealth on.
Yes, everyone just like hang back a bit,
I mean, suppose we all attempt to be stealthy.
maybe.
Go for it.
I'm gonna attempt to be stealthy.
You can certainly try.
I'm naturally stealthy because I'm a
I'm
gnome.
not stealthy. That's a 5.
I don't stealth. I'm a dwarf.
I also suck.
Yeah, I got 11.
Kolvar, you think you blend into the night.
Oh, 19.
Nobody sees Burke for
And
once.
Burke doesn't see himself.
Alrighty, you guys head deeper into the tunnels below, finding odd natural caverns, stalagmites, stalactites. Here and there, you can see
Ow.
what appear to be underwater streams, gently trickling past. Occasionally, you hear movement in the darkness around you, and occasionally see the odd pair of eyes reflected in the torchlight. But other than that, you don't see any sign of movement. With the aid of Kolvar, you guys track deeper into the tunnels. And slowly but surely, the underground tunnel starts transforming from natural stone, brown, wavy, underground, smooth stone, to an almost grayish green stone, carved into enormous blocks, 10 by 10 feet, at regular intervals, ruler straight, no cracks or seams in between them. Until at last, you come to what appears to be a threshold into a city. Square pyramids stacked on top of each other in the distance, above what appears to be an enormous underground lake. So
Oh god,
if you guys
another
come in-
underground lake.
So if you guys come in here, this entire area is water, like pretty much the whole thing.
Hmm.
And there are these square stepped pyramids, basically on the water surface, numerous pyramids. And they're all linked with little stone walkways, going to another pyramid again like that. And you can actually see there's another walkway from here leading down to the first pyramid before you guys. And you can see far, far below you, here and there on some of the pyramids, the twinkling of what appear to be torches and shapes shambling on some of these paths.
So then, it might be best to avoid people if possible.
Yes, I mean, wait, who are these fuckers even? I didn't know there was
Can
some kind
anybody
of.
see stuff
Really?
far away?
If only we had an elf with good vision.
I know, that would be great.
Hmm.
Might I suggest someone go and scout ahead?
I can make like a light thingy and then throw a light thingy. That's what I can do.
Please don't do that.
Yeah, that's kind of alert people that there's people throwing light pennies around.
But light pennies are awesome because they're pennies made of light.
Sure, yeah, whatever.
But we don't want them to know we're here, Mackleby.
Okay.
Is this presumably this is the place where the gnome is? Is this a gnome where the gnome is? Do we
It's
even know?
probably a safe-ish guess. I mean, there
Kolvar
are
indicates
things-
that this is indeed where the tracks you were following led to.
This is.
now
It was at the end of those tracks.
our good
They
friend.
continue down the path towards the city.
Our good friend asked only that we get the crown without anyone finding out it was us. So that means either someone can sneak in and swipe it, or we have to murder them all.
Well, I think sneaking
I think
in and
option
swiping
A
it might be a better
is better.
idea. Especially since
I'm
I
happy
can
with
turn
that.
this fucker
Is
into
anyone good at sneaking?
bites of Thor.
Bajafar. He's not good at sneaking, apparently.
Is anybody good at speaking? He's so sneaky you guys don't even see him.
Wow.
Oh, he was so sneaky that he disappeared mid-sentence.
That's pretty sneaky.
That guy.
Also, aren't you good at sneaking, Kolvar?
Statistically, yes. In practice, not so much.
I can turn you invisible for an hour.
That
Done.
might help. If you can do that, I can try and get down there and find where this crown is.
All right.
Let's all wait
do
your
we need
friend to go to
prepare?
that.
Yeah, so you wait until it all goes wrong and then run away, yeah?
Yeah, that sounds exactly like the plan.
So bear in mind, these are quite a lot of pyramids down there, hey? It's not just a single one.
Yeah, I know. That's
And they're
kinda
all
where I'm
connected
worried.
with... Okay.
How many of those invisibility spells do you have?
I can do it twice, but I
Well,
can
we could-
only have one going on at a time.
Oh, okay.
But why don't I not go have the invisible and just try and sneak, and then somebody else goes all invisible like and searches
Yeah.
somewhere else?
I mean, I suppose, but you do realize that just because I'm invisible doesn't mean people can hear the loud-ass voice tape of someone if they aren't really good at not being heard.
If going and watching the play all about a character called Solid Snake has taught me anything, is that people will hear footsteps, turn around, not see anything, go, huh? And then immediately return back to their patrol.
Well, you see,
Eros, you
we're
were there.
talking
We
about
went,
a wizard down there. That might
we
not
went
have...
and watched the play about the rogue Solid Snake.
I remember that, but that didn't have a wizard in it.
No, it had an evil genius man in it, making giant mechanical things
Yeah, but he wasn't
that
the
could fire
wizard who
magic missiles
possibly
from any
see
location
invisibility.
on the planet.
I remember.
Why don't you get invisibilized, Kolvar, and then you can go in one direction, and we as the group can try to skirt around this cavern because it looked like it was quite big, and start heading towards the pyramids in the distance. That
It's
have
a few
torches.
kilometers across, so...
So I mean, we can all travel forward because we don't want you to
Wait,
give you.
before we do anything, can we even have an idea of... Like,
Can you redraw
there's
the-
a bunch
the-
of
the-
pyramids, but we don't see the... Well, I mean, obviously...
I'll ask an
we
obvious
can't see-
question. Can I see any gnomes?
Make a perception check.
There's one standing quite close by, I think.
That isn't Mackleby.
Maybe.
Damn it.
I am very close.
Oh, no.
What episode? That's 7.
That's quite a lot of pyramids you got there.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Maybe
this, a
we should-
discount store?
Maybe we should just sit up here and observe for a while.
Does any of these
Are there
pyramids
any-
look more important than any of the other ones?
How long are you guys going to stand up here, put it that way, and discuss this for? How long have you been standing there, would you guys say?
Like
5 seconds.
half a minute.
I don't know, with the amount of discussion, probably about 2 hours so far.
You guys, as
Oh.
you're busy discussing the nature of the pyramids,
And life,
and life, and the nature of...
And Metal Gear.
despair.
and the nature of despair, you guys see or feel and hear more than anything else an enormous
Monsters
grinding
pointing.
sound as the pyramids start reconfiguring themselves and moving around the surface of this lake above it. Some of them, the top of one pyramid going onto another pyramid, that pyramid's top going onto a third. The base shifting out from beneath one, going over onto another one. And basically reforming the locations of the pyramids in different places.
Well, that makes
love
things
it.
interesting.
I think, guys, we all have to just go get on a pyramid and start exploring.
Also, what the fuck did we just find?
We found the Rubik's Cube of pyramids.
With a bunch of... What the hell are those even tinkling torch cars supposed to be? I don't even fucking know. I can't see that far.
Some of the pyramids have torches sit on them.
Oh, okay.
At this distance, you can't really see if it's at an entrance or what it is, or if it's just like street lights. And you can also make shuffling figures in grey, green, bulky-looking armor shuffling about.
Is there anything that looks like a camp anywhere? Any tents or anything?
Not that you can see, no. And these stone walkways attached to these pyramids actually rotate with the pyramid pieces as they're reconfigured. So sometimes the paths are in different locations. So this one over here turns 90 degrees, and the walkway attached to that would go over onto the pyramid over here. Or over here, depending on which way it was rotating.
That looks complicated.
I think we have to just get on a pyramid and start going.
And then, like I say, below this, you guys can see there's a lake of deep, dark, still water.
So, do we want to go in as a group or split up? Because I think splitting up is a perfectly safe option that won't go wrong.
I don't know if anybody wants to save that.
Yeah, I would rather we travel together, but I mean, if the elf really feels like going by himself, I'm not going to hold him back.
Just
I
be
honestly
sneaky.
no idea. Are we completely sure this is actually the right place?
Yep, completely sure. 100% positive.
I mean, our friend didn't
I'll be right
talk
back.
about giant pyramids.
I'm pretty sure. I'm sure he did. Yeah, it's fine.
Is there anything on the map that... Oh no, because Chris not here anymore.
Anyway, if you were a mage doing experiments, would you not want to set up in the giant magical moving pyramid fortress?
No.
Of course you would.
Of course, no. Why would I sit up there? It's the most fucking... Well, not really an obvious place, but first of all, incredibly inconspicuous. It's like set up my lab in the middle of the heart of a fucking city. Nobody would look for me from there.
Well,
Do you think I'm with you fuckers?
Put it this way. This is the best lead we got. And there's activity going on here.
I mean, they're shambling. Maybe there's something summoned. I suppose you're correct on that front.
Well, who feels like exploring who feels like exploring the creepy temple pyramids?
I mean, we can explore them. Can we explore them without being spotted? Fuck no.
We might be able to.
I definitely want to have a look.
Why do you have such little faith in our sneaky snack abilities?
Mainly because you suck.
Because there was a play.
That's
Not real
hurtful.
life.
Mackleby, you've hurt me.
I have to be honest with you. You are not very sneaky.
And you're a terrible, scholarly person.
This is also true.
It's good that you accept this.
Have you guys resolved down to name calling?
Yeah, I think so.
And when they look again, they see the dwarf is already halfway down the complex.
Do we want to follow him?
I'll follow. Let's go.
No, I
He's
mean,
being
we're all
awfully
going-
brash.
Well,
You guys see
hello.
a figure come out of the doorway onto the ramp leading up to where you are currently standing.
Is it a gnome?
It's a figure in dull grey-green armor, dragging what appears to be an enormous battle axe in the dirt behind them.
Dragging.
Guess what? This thing probably has treasure in it.
He screams as he runs away. How far away
You
is
see
he?
you see the figure walk up the bridge, about 15 feet. Stop, stand aimlessly for a moment, turn around and walk back into the pyramid.
Have we seen any of these things on top of, well, not really on top of the pyramid, but like on the edges or just on the walkways?
You see them here and there in the distance, figures on the walkways. The pyramids themselves don't have things on the outside as they, they're structures. Things are on the inside of them usually.
Like, how are these things built? Are they bricks or are they like solid slabs of stone carved out of magic again? Carved with magic?
Slabs of stone, by the looks of it. Like square pyramids stacked on top of each other.
So climbing them is probably not a good option.
You can
are
climb
they-
them. I mean, you'll need a rope or something to assist you, but you could definitely do it. I mean, each block is probably about 10 foot high. So from floor to ceiling, the pyramids are probably about 50, 60 feet, depending on the pyramid.
Eros, remember what Solid Snake did.
What?
He had to infiltrate something like this. It was on the water, and they called it like shell big or something. You remember that?
Nano machine.
Yes, I remember.
Remember, it was like a big fishing platform thing in the in
No, it
what
was
used to
called-
be the old ocean.
It was called big shells because it were made out of big shrimp shells.
Big shells made of big crab shells. I remember
Yeah.
now. Remember, he. How did he get into the place?
Didn't he swim or something? I don't even remember
I
anymore.
think he did swim in. Maybe we should try and be like Solid Snake.
Can you breathe on the water for long enough?
I can
Remember,
I
he
can
had
wet
try.
slip mail, so
Remember,
I
he
cannot
had that
swim.
amulet that allowed him to breathe underwater.
This is very true.
I don't have anything like that.
How high above the water are like the walkways?
The walkways themselves are very high above the water, probably about 40-ish feet.
How far can I shoot my grapple crossbow?
120.
If we just swim out there, maybe cover ourselves in some dark mud or something. If there's any dark mud around, we can blend in with the water and then fire the grapple up and climb up right into the middle.
Well, that sounds kind of stupid.
It worked for Solid Snake.
How about we maybe have you climb one of those pyramids, get on top, see if you can find anything first. Maybe even invisible if that makes you feel any better. Well, I don't recommend that.
I don't need no invisible.
So you want to climb the first pyramid we see first, and then
Alright.
see if you can find anything.
Okay, let's do that. So I'm gonna
What are we
start.
gonna do? It's gonna watch you hopefully not get killed, and if you get killed, we're just gonna peace out because we have no reason to do this anymore.
I guess so. Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Sounds like a plan to me.
I didn't sign shit.
I mean, to be fair, none of us signed shit.
Nah, I wasn't even there when any deal was made.
Technically, he was only making a deal with Hippo.
Yes, I'm
Core,
sure
I mean,
technicalities are going to work when the angry archmage is angry.
Just permanently cast
just
invisibility.
challenge him to a grapple contest then.
That's what you need to do. If they come up, you just, like looking for us, you just grapple them.
Yep.
Choke them out. So
Gentlemen.
I'm walking down to the first pyramid. I'll try and be sneaky breaky.
So from here, you're going across the open area with no cover on the platform to the first pyramid.
No, I'm going through the water and swimming.
You do realize the water is like quite far below you, right?
Far below me.
Sorry, I'm
How far below?
Like hitting concrete.
Bear in mind, like I said, the platform's about 40 feet above the water surface, and you guys are above the city looking down at it.
How high can I reasonably jump into water without killing myself?
I have no idea. That's not really a question I've ever had to think of. Let's look at D&D. How? Oh, fuck it, let's go for movies. Roll of cool. Just make an acrobatics check and jump. Hopefully there's no sharp rocks in the water.
Whee!
Yep. You went the road before.
17.
You make a somersault and disappear into the water. Your body
Whoosh.
barely making a splash as you angle the jump correctly, or the dive, I should say, and disappear beneath the water surface. You're momentarily disorientated as you just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper until the momentum is robbed from you. You find yourself trying to look around, but unfortunately the lack of light in this cavern combined with the murkiness of the water proves to be a little bit disorientating. I would like for you to roll for initiative for me, please.
Oh. It was nice knowing you, gents.
What's all that bubbles in the
It
water?
was really nice knowing you.
Okay,
6.
so what's that? 6, you
6.
say. What the hell? You guys are really the best at this.
Nope.
Maybe, like, if you fuck this up, maybe you should literally start as fucking idiot farmers.
I don't know,
Because at least
man.
then we have an excuse.
Okay, give me a second. I just need to pull up the correct sheet here. Give me but a moment. Luckily, Kolvar is an excellent hand-to-hand combatant,
I really am.
so this will be fine.
As I was jumping, by the way, I was like shouting like "Solid Snake rules!"
Okay.
Incredibly stealthy.
Hold on, I need
I
to
didn't try
Oh,
myself.
God.
I just fucking jumped.
Well, at least they failed their perception check to hear it.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Okay. So, my stats.
You don't need any stats, Griff. You just let me get out of this water, yeah? There's nothing here.
Oh, here we go. I found it. Okay, fantastic. So, as you dive into this murky water, your vision obscured around you. What's your armor class, Mr. Hippos?
15.
15. Okay, excellent. Let's start making some attack rolls here. You feel a leathery, sticky tentacle wrap around your arm. The sucker's almost painfully tight. Fuck, how much damage does that even do?
All of it.
Make either opposed athletics or an opposed acrobatics check for me, please, to avoid being grappled.
Also, fuck underground
Acrobattery.
lakes.
How much is
17.
that? 17. That's pretty good. But it's not good enough.
Yeah.
He rolled a 17 and he has his strength modifier. As you feel your arm suddenly constrained to your side, as the dark purple form of what appears to be some kind of octopus starts to wrap itself around you. And you find yourself slowly sinking deeper into the water. This will be the first round of combat. What is your constitution modifier?
+1.
+1. Okay, so you can hold your breath for a couple of minutes, 2 minutes. Okay, so your turn, Kolvar.
Hi. Has any... No, it's how long have I been in the water?
You just hit the surface pretty
Okay,
much.
so nobody's alarmed that I haven't resurfaced yet.
Nope, it was quite a high jump.
Okay. This is gone. This is unforeseen. So, fuck it. I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost at whatever this thing is.
A ray of frost, you say?
Yes.
Let me just double check something quickly.
How does that work in water?
Well, that's what I'm checking quickly to see if it's a.
am
It's verbal
become
and
ice.
somatic. No, you can't because you can't
I
speak.
can't
before
cast
it
that, can I? Okay.
Nope.
Let's have
Be
a
able to
look at this
talk.
then. No, I can't cast that either. Then, what about this one? No, I can't cast that either. No, I can't. Okay, so that's all of them gone. Can I try and reach for my sword?
You can certainly try.
I'd like
Make
to
a
try and
strength
get my
check.
sword. Oh, I'm not gonna reach for my sword then, but let's try it anyway.
To be fair, you did make 100 plus foot jump into pitch dark water with no idea what there is in an underwater cavern.
How many points did I get for the dive? Was it a good dive at least?
It was a 10-pointer.
Good. At least I can die knowing that. 14 for the strength thingy.
14. Not quite. Creature
Ah,
rolls
okay.
15.
I guess I'll just keep thinking.
Okay, so you've okay, so that's you still restrained.
Whee!
Let's see. So that's about 6 seconds. The rest of you guys, you have not seen Kolvar come up yet. It's a pretty big deep dive, so maybe he's still on his way up, or maybe he's hit his head in the rock and died.
You know,
Maybe
Yeah,
he's
but
already been
dive
incredibly
down
stealthy
there
and it's
to
already like getting to one of the pyramids.
it occurs to me.
Yeah, they can see the bubbles of the entry where you jumped in. You know, you made quite trail of bubbles going in there.
Wow, there is quite a lot of bubbles.
You know, it occurs to me that him jumping in that water may have not been a great idea.
No, he's probably dead.
Okay.
What are we gonna do?
Tell me, how far am I away from him?
You're like 100 feet above the water surface. You can't see him though at the moment.
Cannonball! Cannonball!
Well,
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't swim. I've got split mail on.
I'll just, quickly rip my plate off and jump down. And
Are
go
you even
kill
wearing
him.
armor?
I'm wearing a plate.
Is it an actual dinner plate?
It's an actual dinner plate. It's literally just a plate.
No,
Okay.
it's just-
Burke jumps down into the water. Boosh.
Oh, another one who didn't use a rope. Okay then. I mean,
Burke, I would
I'm
like
a
for you to make
diver.
a perception check for me with a disadvantage to see if you can see in this murky water underground, no light source, to see if you can see where Kolvar is. This fucking party. Okay, you start searching around, frantically trying to see where this damn elf has got himself to. But for the moment, you don't just spot him quite yet. As you find yourself moving around the watery murk, trying to see where he is. What's your constitution score?
16.
16, so it's +3. Okay, you can hold your breath for quite a while. Alrighty, creature's turn. Since it's got you firmly grappled. Okay. The creature's going to attempt to drag you deeper into the water, because it can't actually attack while it's grappling you. I didn't even see that. It can move half its movement, so that's going to be...
Nobody grapples but me.
30 feet. And drags you beneath the surface, down towards the bottom. Kolvar, you can attempt an action to escape, either athletics or straight strength to try and break the grapple.
Athletics or strength?
Yep, and it uses your action.
I'll have to go for athletics because I have a
aren't
plus
those the
one
same
on that.
thing?
I've got +1. No, because I've got
Athletics is a skill you can actually
proficiency.
take.
Yeah, I've got proficiency in
Yeah,
athletics.
but it's still strength, so using
Yeah,
this
but because it's a
basically
proficiency,
50.
I have +1 as opposed to my strength, which is currently a -1. So this will be athletics. Woo! 10.
Nice. Let me just quickly check something here. Just want to make sure that's enough to be able to get out. Fucking grapple. Why grappling rules so goddamn complicated in every edition? Okay. Okay. So let's quickly see what happens. So you say you rolled a 10, hey?
Yeah.
You managed to pull your arms free from the creature, pushing it a couple of feet away from you. And you can now see the form of the octopus floating next to you.
Okay. Can I still move?
Yep, you can still move.
How much movement do I get? Do I get my full movement, or is
Swim
there special?
speed's half, so it's going to be 15 feet.
No, it's not. It's going to be because my speed is 35.
Is it 35?
That elfness, yo.
That elfness. Alrighty, so you can spam.
I'll swim like 16.5 feet away, or however much is half of that.
Make a perception check for me.
Oh, sweet Jesus, please.
Let's hope you don't swim closer to the bottom.
9.
Because I don't want you to die just yet. Make a wisdom check for me.
17.
Oh my god! As you brace yourself to swim, you go, wait a minute, those bubbles are going the opposite direction. I should swim in the direction the bubbles are going.
My god, I've discovered gravity.
My god!
It's kind
As
of
you
hard.
start
Buoyancy.
way up
And
towards the
then
surface.
as a bonus action, I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the octopi.
The octopi. Poor octopi.
So I can
Oh,
see
my
him better now
octopi
with a
is
hunter's
plural.
mark on it.
Nope.
No,
No.
Oh,
it's
just
for me.
Oh.
Alrighty. Burke, make a perception check for me to try and see where Kolvar is.
Good job.
Wow.
You look around some more in the murky water, but you do not see anything.
I go
Alrighty,
back up and
Octopi's
breath.
turn. Octopi sees its dinner escaping. It's going to swim after you with its 60 foot of swim speed.
Oh, that
Make an
hardly
attack
seems
roll.
fair.
And miss as its beak snaps shut right next to your leg as it attempts to take a small nibble from you.
They're both good,
As
aren't
its
they?
bonus action, though, it's going to squirt inky black ink all over the place. It creates a 20-foot cloud that extends from you and the octopus underwater, and your vision is heavily obscured for the next minute.
For the last minute of my life.
Kolvar, your turn.
At least I won't see the terrible, terrible beaky death.
Wow,
can
guys,
I,
they've been down there for a while. Do you think everything's okay?
No,
We did.
such care.
we gotta help him.
I'm gonna keep trying to swim up.
Mm-hmm.
And
Make a perception check for me, because you can no longer see said bubbles.
Perception. Wow, 14.
14. You think you're going the right direction? As you.
Can I reach for the bubbles at my mouth and see where they're going?
It's pitch black. Like
I know
you're
where my
literally
mouth
standing
is.
inside. Yeah, you can know where your mouth is, but you can't see the bubbles.
I
You
wanna
can
put,
feel the
I want to
bubbles.
feel for the bubbles.
You want to feel for the bubbles.
Yeah.
Okay. So you like hold up your hands.
if I try and hold them above my head, are they hitting my hands?
They are hitting your hands.
Then I swim that way.
Alrighty. Trying to avoid disorientation, you swim a couple more feet up towards the surface.
Am I at the surface yet?
Oh hell no.
Okay.
Remember the creature drag.
How powerful is a crossbow underwater?
Not terribly.
No.
Then I won't
At all.
fire it yet.
Okay.
Uh,
Kolvar.
Yeah, that'll be me then.
Berkey.
Wait, actually no, because I've still got an attack, haven't I?
Yes, you do.
Perception.
So I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost backwards, where I came from. I hope I hit the fucking thing.
All right. You cast Ray of Frost, and your air supply decreases dramatically as you blow out most of your breath underwater, trying to cast the spell with verbal components.
Oh god damn it!
And
I forgot about that.
And the spell sputters and fails, achieving no effect.
Oh, good job.
Next round, you will start taking constitution damage from drowning as you have now filled most of your lungs with water.
I am so good at this.
Berkey, what did you roll?
Badly.
What did you roll?
Don't want to tell.
Okay, well, you have a huge constitution bonus. You can stay under there for quite a while.
I had 5.
Yep. Alrighty. What are you doing, Mackleby?
I'm gonna talk to my patron.
How are you going to try and invoke her?
I will call her name.
Lord is Gruit. My friends are idiots and we need help.
Nothing happens.
This is not good.
You can certainly try.
Lord is,
3 tends to be the magic number when it comes to fey creatures.
Lord is Gruit. Please hear my call. Lord is Gruit. Please help.
In the third time, the ground almost looks like a water drop hits it as it ripples outward. And you hear a voice. Yes, my dear.
I have two friends who jumped into this pit of water. They seem to be having trouble. And we have this crazy pyramid map, we gotta try to figure out that this makes no sense.
That's indeed a conundrum. And why have you called me?
I need some.
Know any better?
I need help to save my friend.
And what service do you bargain for this aid?
Well, I'm kind of already on the hook for a lot of stuff. I don't know. What do you need?
I don't need anything. It is you who appears to be in need from what I can see.
This is true. The elf is suffering a curse. You may be able to bargain with him.
I cannot bargain with one who does not call me willingly.
To save me.
This is happening. The creature comes up to you, Hippo. Attempts
Oh,
to
hi, creature.
once more grab you. Armor class was 15.
15.
15. You feel once more something wrap around your leg. Make an opposed athletics check for me, please.
By the way, did I hear of any of the Mackleby's thing, or was like Mackleby just in like trance or something?
Mackleby is busy talking to somebody that you can't see.
Athletics, yeah?
Yep.
17.
Natural 20.
Fuck you.
And there's the dice if you don't believe me. You feel yourself get yanked another 30 feet back down into the inky blackness. The little bit of breath you have left almost getting ripped out of your body. Golvar, what are you doing?
Let's see if I can free myself again.
Mm-hmm.
Whee! What do I add?
Wow.
What am I rolling with this? Oh, yeah, fuck you.
Ooh,
What
you
bonus?
managed to
What bonus?
bend a +1 for your athletics, asshole. You managed to reach over and once more pull the tentacle free.
Can I like dash underwater?
You can certainly try.
I would like to try and dash
Alrighty,
in an
make
upwardish direction.
Make a athletics check for me. Technically, I should be making you roll for every single thing.
9.
9. You managed to dash about 10 feet where you think is up. Perky, what are you doing?
Try to figure out where the hell this elf is hiding.
Mm-hmm.
In the water.
Well,
Yay!
19. I got +2.
Finally, Berkey spots where a lot of bubbles are just kind of like coming from from below.
And I grab my dagger and I swim down. I
Start
have my
swimming
dagger
downwards.
in my mouth like a pro.
Okay, going full fucking Rambo on the water. Alrighty.
Fuck you, water.
Fuck you, water. So,
Great
Mackleby,
sword is not that good for water. I have to use dagger.
what do you say? What do you do, Mackleby?
I'm willing to make myself available.
You're already available, my dear.
I know.
Single gnomes in your area.
Single gnomes in your area. Let's see. I've been thinking about this. Oh man.
If I were you, I'd just go home.
Just go home. Right,
I'd
yeah.
give up on me.
I love the fact that you guys have light spells and all sorts of other shit at your disposal. But nope, let's just jump into the inky blackness because reasons.
Well, I think it's because nobody wanted to be seen. I offered that in the beginning.
No, it's just amusing to me. So, what do you do, Mackleby? Lady's getting impatient.
I'm sorry, Lady Groom. Lotus Groom.
You don't know the meaning of sorry
You-
yet.
Pissing the lady off. You're not supposed to summon her like that.
I am willing to make another pact to continue my service after I've met my goal.
I already have your service, and at such time as you complete it, I am in no need of future services that may or may not be needed.
I have nothing else to offer, man. Orders.
That map or titanium.
What about your luck?
My luck.
Your luck. Give me some of your luck, and I will give you what you need to save these two.
For how long?
You're not lending me your luck, you're giving me your luck. You're paying for service rendered. So, the creature makes an attack roll against you, Hippo.
Piece of shit fucking creature. I'm sticking middle finger up at it.
Okay, that misses. Tries to grab you, but you manage to juke aside wise to its tentacly ways. As bonus action, it's going to spew ink all over the place. Straight
this
into
time,
your eyes. Make a reflex save for me.
I'm just sitting down, whistling to myself, sharpening my axe,
Where I'm going, I don't need eyes.
So this
watching the crashing in the water. And
You fail to
Joseph-
close your eyes in time, and the fucking thing spews it straight into your eyes, blinding you.
So, Joseph, should we
Kolvar.
pretty about Mackleby?
Hi.
You're blind.
no, I don't think so.
Underwater.
This is par for the course at this rate.
You start suffocating as you start running out of oxygen. You start to feel the tightness in your throat, the pounding in your head, and you start to see it raid through your stinging eyelids as the water starts taking you. What would you like to do?
Let's see. What can I do here? I've got option A, drown, or option B, drown. Oh, I know. Let's do the wild card and drown.
Okay, so you like to skip your turn.
No,
Berkey.
I want to move it. I want to try and swim.
Oh, okay. Make a... Oh, you've got your action, actually, and your movement, and your bonus action, so...
I'm gonna use all of them to try and move.
Make an athletics check, bro.
Oh no.
Wow. So, you do your best, and you manage to make some headway in going towards the surface. Berkey, I'm assuming you're going to use your bonus action to dash and double move to try and get down to Kolvar, correct?
I did that last turn. How far did I get?
Remember, you only move half your distance when you're swimming.
I've renamed that dice now.
I didn't get down. I was like, jumping.
I know, but you didn't know where he was. You spent 3 rounds swimming around looking to see where he was.
Oh, god damn it. You're just trying to kill him.
I am really not. You guys made this choice.
I don't know, Griff. I'm trying my hardest not to die here. It seems like you're really trying to kill me.
It's a CR half challenge octopus. It can get killed by a commoner. It's literally got a challenge rating of 1/2.
I'll just try to get as fast as I can to the action. I'll try
Okay,
to...
so you use your move action to move, and then you use your bonus action to dash, and you manage to close quite a bit of gap towards the inky black cloud where somewhere inside Culver dwells. Okay, Mackleby, what are you doing?
I agree.
The bargain is sealed, and you feel a icy kiss on your cheek. Joseph, you and Elros, seeing the Mackleby standing there talking to somebody unseen, you actually see welt appear on his cheek in the form of a woman's lips. And you just hear an enormous cracking sound as a massive shelf of ice lifts Kolvar and Burke out of the water, bringing them level with the cave entrance that you guys are standing in. Burke, looking bedraggled, a dagger in his mouth, very surprised. Kolvar, his eyes reddened, his face and chest and whole body covered in sticky black ink, blind and gasping as he starts coughing up water onto this icy shelf that he is lying on.
I take that dagger out of Miles' mouth and say, I almost had him!
Wait, did the octopus get lifted up as well?
Yes, the octopus is lying there holding its breath, flopping around wetly on the ground.
I want to grapple it.
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Please fall back in the water. I dare you.
You don't know where the octopus
hold on,
is.
I still have to roll again. I could roll a 1. No, it's 2.
You flail around, blind. You guys just see him. You don't think he's noticed yet that he's been lifted out of the water yet, and you see him flailing around like a turtle on his back, punching at something unseen, and just generally making an ass of himself.
Can I hear it flopping? Can I do a running drop kick in that direction if I can hear it?
You hear
running
nothing.
drop kick
You
on a
failed
sheet
your
of ice.
perception check horribly. You have no
I'll
idea.
just do a running drop kick in a direction then.
Oh god, why? I'm literally gonna kill you at this point.
You see Kolvar get up, start to look like he's trying to make a run, and his feet go out from under him on the ice, and he slammed back downwards with a crack of his face hitting the ground, hitting the ice next to him. So, what do you guys do?
Drag Culver out of the sheet of ice
Are we done
into
with this?
actual solid stone.
Burke, what are you doing?
I'm looking at the squid. The octopus thingy.
It looks kind of sad just lying there. The octopus is like,
Can I
Please,
also,
bro.
while getting
Put me back
Culver,
in the
can I
water.
just kick the thing back into the water?
Yeah.
poor octopus is like, nope, back in the water.
And then I drag Culver by the feet out to the stone.
As soon as Burke and Kolvar are off the ice, it shatters with a loud cracking sound and collapses into the water, forming miniature icebergs before slowly starting to melt.
Thank you, Lourdes.
Oh, that was fucking weird.
That was weird.
I squat
The hell-
down by Kovar who's lying on the ground. It's like, so how did that solid snaking work?
That wasn't weird. That was the power of my patron.
If it wasn't for that pesky octopus,
I'm glad. You can pay Maccabee back for saving your ass.
I didn't need no saving.
You exactly
Yeah.
needed saving.
So,
So then, are we
still
ready
gonna
to walk
try and do
towards
this?
the temple on the bridge?
Trashy, you're really going to hate me, but it's not my fault. I'm sorry.
No.
Stuff up ahead of time, and you made the choice.
Yep.
You did fucked up.
Ah.
It's fine. I'll
I-
discuss this later.
I did say, if I were you, I'd just go home.
Nah, nothing was happening. It makes it interesting. That's no big deal.
Should not fuck around with a map like that. She doesn't like it.
So, you
I guess I'll
gentlemen
just lay
are on the
I
ledge
regain my
with
sight.
a walkway leading down to these sets of pyramids. And this is where we'll end for the
We've
session.
made such progress.
I
So much
suppose that's
progress.
one word for it.
So, gentlemen,
Mental
thoughts,
gin.
ideas?
Well, this was a whole load of nothing, and that was completely our fault.
Yeah.
We're good at this. So when are we gonna do that D&D where we're all literally fucking idiot farmers? 'Cause I think we should start off with that.
You don't think I'm already doing that?
Well,
Little did
I
you
don't
know that
remember you
Kolvar's
being
been
an
lying
idiot
to you.
farmer.
Little do you know that Kolvar was actually never a bounty hunter. He's just been lying to you all this time. He was just a farmhand.
I'm a sentient potato.
In a coat. He's just two kobolds in a coat.
That would be amazing.
He is potato kin.
Yes, he's the potato kin. So-
Sexually identify as a potato.
So, thoughts, ideas, Mr. Matt?
Yeah, it was good. You know, I liked some of the like organizing we do. That was fun. And then I suppose the just completely getting people's ass whooped by octopuses. It's a thing.
A single octopus.
Muffin was a big letdown, He was a boring guy, I was expecting more from that dude.
Or maybe you've been breaking his furniture for years and he's sick and tired of your shit.
You should have gone to the anxious.
Yeah,
part.
why does he fucking make a pit? Then I wouldn't break it.
Because most
Pretty sure.
patrons go there to drink, not to punch each other.
Well, some of us like to punch each other and drink.
Isn't there a place in that town for such things?
I was trying to dangle something like that in front of Burke, but Burke was like, doot, 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 doot,
I
don't
like
give
that
no fucks.
place.
Like
Somebody
ending that
told
you could
me-
make some money on the side. Nope, don't give a shit about illegal pit fights.
What?
Elros, thoughts, ideas?
Do we leave the
This is
next
kind of
time?
a slow session.
Alchemy is cool, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could actually maybe at sometimes make some uses out of this before we kill ourselves.
That would be interesting. I'm totally down for that.
Just run away.
Trashy,
Yes.
session, yay, nay?
It was okay. It was kind of boring. I think a lack of knowing what to do. I kind of had us spinning in circles, yeah.
Nut up and do stuff. Like, what are you doing at home? Are you just sitting around? Are you talking to each other? Are you going to go speak to an old flame? Are you going out drinking? Do you have a fucking embroidery thing? Like, you guys need to tell me more what you're doing instead of sitting there waiting for me to prompt you. I can't prompt you through the whole session. Like, I
Right.
do it.
I thought I tried to do a bit with Mackleby. Like, I definitely had a...
You in particular, I'm just saying in general, like, you guys need to also do things. You're not caricature sitting there waiting to be poked to do something.
I'm robot.
There's only so much I can do. Like, you have your house, you have money, you have stuff that you could be doing. You just need to do it.
I thought setting up the horse thing, the breeder, was excellent.
Poor breeder. I feel really sad for him.
Why? He's in the unique position of starting an entire new industry of giant riding beetles.
Maybe Ben is actually a Brenda and will lay eggs or something, and then he can start selling beetles.
Now, Ben will always be Ben. But Ben does not have to be a male.
I sexually identify as a Ben.
Yep.
What about you, Mr. Jathar?
It was good. I mean, I don't mind
But-
trying to do more stuff in towns, but mostly I know everything happens when you do stuff like quests, which is why I generally just do research and stuff. Someone's got to actually do some research and plan these things. But once again, I'm just one dwarf. Trying hard.
What about you, Berke?
Burke wants to punch.
Sadness. I want to wrestle in the pub. My favorite pub. But pub owners not friendly.
Draw up a business plan for Mr. Muffins. Maybe you'll go for it.
Yeah.
They only have 7 intelligence.
I'm sure it'll have lots of pictures and crayon.
I think it will.
In the end, a bag of gold is really good motivation.
That's true.
Well, a bag of marks.
Bag of marks.
Ask them how much.
You weren't being particularly persuasive.
But one random drunk Berkey going, how much to build a pit while drinking is not the same as sober Berkey walking in with gold going, let's do this.
If I'm at that bar, why am I not drinking?
What about
Because
you,
you're told
Hippo?
it's business.
I'm a monumental moron, and I apologize greatly.
Well,
That's
I'm kind of amazed at how effective an octopus is, though.
I think the thing is that it's in the water, which is what helps.
Oh, I was just kind of surprised because they can dash as a bonus action, and they
Hey,
can shoot ink
If
clouds.
that octopus came up to me like in an alleyway or something, I'd take it.
Yeah.
I'd mess it up.
Yeah, you guys owe Mackleby big time.
Well,
Like
Kovar
crazy.
owns Mackleby big time.
Mm-hmm. That's all I'm gonna say. It's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, like I say, I can try and lead you. Like, there's stuff for you guys in the city to do. But I really need you to actually do something instead of just, you go to person, you go to person, you go to person, you go to person, you go to person. It doesn't help me. I need you guys to also do stuff from your end. I don't have to go, and you take out a potion and swig it to see what it tastes like. You can tell me, I try this, this, and this. I go buy a set of fucking mail openers and learn to juggle them because reasons. No? Okay?
Yeah.
No, that's
Not?
fine.
Am I an
Most-
asshole?
most-
Tell me if I'm an
No.
asshole.
Most
No.
GMs
No, actually,
randomly
Deadly
doing
octopi at me.
bullshit in cities, but I'll keep that in mind.
The rest of you guys, come on, speak up. Speak up.
no, I liked it. I like trying to think of what
I know
Mackleby
you said it
will
was
do.
boring, so that's obviously a point against it, but I need you guys to tell me why, how, and when.
I think it's just the I don't want to say the lack of direction, but the not just not every we didn't really know what to do. I think that's the big thing, and we'll get there.
There
Back
were
when-
options, but people just can't make up their mind.
You guys could have gone to Smithy back to the temple if you really wanted to. You guys could have gone to speak to Father Joffrey and to see what he would do about the curse. You guys could have gone to the Circle Mages. You guys could have gone
To a different city.
to a different city. You guys could have.
You could have gone for backyard mages in an alley somewhere.
Backyard curse removal. Or I could have, as I made the composition, I could have just constantly made them for him, knocking him out
Could have
every
done
night.
that. There were many options.
And we chose the hardest. And we didn't know how to finish.
We chose an interesting option.
Well, you haven't even started this one yet.
Yeah.
I don't even know if we're in the right place.
Would I be that big of a dick?
Did I see a crown on that octopus?
Yes.
We're in the right
At
place.
least you think that you did.
Might have been the lack of oxygen at the time, but you definitely saw a crown. But I mean, I can, like I said, I can give you guys, I can give you options. But what is okay? Remember when we created the characters, right?
Mhm.
Elros, what is your character's motivation? What's your short-term goal?
Well, short-term goal? I don't know. I don't really have a short-term goal, but what
Exactly.
my character wants to do.
Kolvar, what's your short-term goal?
I believe mine was staying alive,
That doesn't really help.
so I
Mackleby,
fucked that one
character's
already.
short-term goal. What?
Mackleby's dead.
Oh no, I didn't. I heard Kovacs. I didn't hear Mackleby. My short-term goal is the research and gaining of knowledge, and now that I've got Ben, Mackleby would be focused on learning everything there is to know about how to improve animal husbandry, learn about Ben.
Okay, so why wasn't he doing all of that as well on top of just feeding him?
I was.
Short-term goal. What was?
I rolled really shitty. You don't remember that point where I rolled 3 dice and they were all really shitty? Because I was trying to do exactly that?
You were rolling 3 dice, not role-playing Mackleby. Drosef, what are you doing? What's your Drosef's short-range goal?
My short-range goal is just to get good equipment and grow the business.
Okay, how is he planning on doing that?
Well, I don't know if you noticed about the bit where I negotiated to pick up some stuff, and I got sent an expedition out, and I negotiated how we're going to open the stuff when we get back, and I got us new work.
All right, and yours, Burke?
Mine was just, to be the king wrestler of this place, and
Okay, so how are you going to go about doing that?
I was trying to do that, but Muffin was being a bitch.
You were trying to build a random hole for people to fight in another man's bar.
Well, it was my bar, damn it, and I want to fight a bit in my bar.
Okay, maybe you should acquire a bar.
Just your own bar with blackjack and hookers.
Mm-hmm.
Buy a bar,
Fight.
challenge him to a fight for it. Get him to go into business with you. Like, you guys all created
was
short-term goals for your
trying,
characters,
I was
right? But
trying.
only a few of you guys tried to pursue them. you can't say I'm not giving you a direction when your characters aren't just stats on a sheet. What are their motivations? Why are they doing what they're doing? Why did Kolvar go into an underground cavern system and jump into an inky back lake? What motivates a sane person to do that? Like, why? Well, like, what's your motivations?
I
Your
neglected to
motivations-
think there were things in the water. I was trying to be sneaky.
Your motivation is what drives your character. You can't say I'm not giving you any direction when you don't have an idea of what direction you want to go. Why did you become an adventurer? Why did you do this? Why did you become Acquisitions Incorporated or whatever you guys are called? Reappropriation Corporation. Why did you guys do that? Why have you been working together? You guys wrote all this down. Why aren't you using that to pull motivations for doing things instead of just sitting around waiting for me to dangle plot bait in front of you?
Is true.
Remember?
Go away a bit.
So Mackleby did some research. Drosov did mostly business-related things. Kolvar at least had motivation with the curse to do stuff. Elros is doing alchemy stuff. Berkey, you want to become a wrestler. Figure out a way to become a wrestler.
Yeah, first you must
King Greckler?
invent and start marketing spiced meat snacks and yell the catchphrase anytime you get the chance.
And also, try to, help capitalize of the, the squeeze bottles. I'm gonna interact with my mage friend.
Oh lord. But that's the thing, like how are you gonna become the badass wrestler? Like what is Berkey's plan for that?
Maybe we'll do some, resting juice we can sell in the squeeze bottles.
Okay. You can certainly try that. See if it works. But the thing is, like, you have to have a goal. If you don't have a goal, how am I going to motivate you to do anything if you don't have a goal? If you don't care about anything, how can I make you... How can I give you a quest or a storyline or a plotline if you don't care about anything? Like, it's really hard for me to do anything if you just sit there. Take Critical Role as an example. All the characters, obviously the characters are hugely fleshed out because they've been playing them for years, but that aside, they all have a goal in the short term. Be it to become the leader of the druid tribes or to become a paladin of a particular god or champion of a particular god, rebuilding a crumbled, ruined temple, acquiring enough wealth to buy land and titles, redeeming a family name. They all have like something that they're doing that I can help structure the story around. And I need you guys to also have a motivation. It doesn't have to be the motivation that you wrote down. Maybe something happens to your character that motivates you to do something else. Like maybe getting your ass kicked by a curse motivates Kolvar to start learning something about destroying or breaking magic to defend against it in the future. Maybe getting your ass pulled underwater results in a fear of water or being uncomfortable while submerged, confined in in tight spaces or something like that. Maybe Mac will be constantly reaching for bargains with entities not entirely under his control, leads him maybe more towards the church side of things to try and see if he can't get out of those deals to get, free himself of the effects there. Like what? Like, give me something.
Mm-hmm.
Give me something to work with. God damn it! And I can try my best. And then if it sucks, you can tell me it sucks. But if you just sit there, it's really hard for me to do anything. It's like trying to poke a stone into motion because I can only do so much. Like my tools are limited if you don't have any investment. Tell me, like, if the fucking city sucks, tell me how to improve it. Tell me what to add more of to make it interesting. If you find the setting boring, tell me. If you find the characters boring, tell me. Like, just give me something to work with here. I want to make it fun for you guys.
Okay.
I agree.
That's not helpful.
What do you mean? I don't agree.
Exactly, don't agree.
Well, no. I see where you're going. It's just being more thoughtful about the characters and what they would do. And trying to work together, because right now it's kind of still, it's us being us, not so much us playing these people. And I try to play Mackleby. That's why he's got the stupid voice, you know, to help make it easy for me to think about things like the choice I made, right, to save these two is something Mackleby would do. It's not smart because obviously the character's like, I give no fucks, I don't care. That's why you jump into a pool of water and it's like, nope, I don't care, you know. That's not a reasonable person doing a reasonable thing. But Mackleby, he is like, oh, my buddies are in trouble. This is what I can do. And it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense to do no, but yeah.
Well, do you not like Kolvar, or what's up?
Kind of half and half at the minute.
Plus, you know, being cursed.
Because
the curse didn't help.
mm,
He fell into the ranger trap. Rangers are never fun.
Rangers are fun.
Rangers can be fun. Just I need to discover how to have that fun.
Okay, what do you like about Kolvar? What do you not like about Kolvar? Because you've been trying your best, apparently, to get yourself killed.
That's not been intentional most of the time. I did not know there'd be an octopus. I did not think there'd be an octopus. I did not know the bow would explode.
Okay. What don't you like about Kolvar?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I'll think on it.
Yeah, I've already been trying to think on it. I'm not sure
Like,
how to
is it
put my
skill-wise?
dislike into words.
Is it
'Cause I enjoy
skill-wise,
it.
stat-wise?
No, skills,
What is it?
skills are fine. Stats are kind of shit across the board for him for stuff that I actually need.
Mm-hmm. Is it purely from a stat point of view?
No.
Okay, what other than statistically or sheet-wise, what don't you like?
I think I need a different kind of personality going on. Because everything I do, I just end up becoming me instead of my character. I need to work on that.
Okay.
I don't know if you noticed, but most of my characters end up all the same.
I did.
Yeah, I hope that I'm not my inner character when I'm Mackleby, because then I'm some creepy Michael Jackson person.
Well, you might be, but we love you anyway.
Yes.
What about you, Matt?
What?
Anything on your end?
Oh, I'll give it some thought.
Do you like Drosov? Do you not like Drosov? What don't you like about Drosov? Do you not like
I
the
like
city? Do you not like
Drasov.
your things?
I like Drasov, but I feel like he's not the right fit.
How so?
I think I need someone with more general abilities, because currently I fight real good, which is great. But I feel like I need more of an ability to be a more all-rounder.
Well, what?
In mind?
Yeah, I don't understand what you would think you're missing, because we're not a big. This isn't a ton of fighting. I think I've maybe used 3 powers, 4 powers, the entire time. Like, are you looking for like safety net type stuff?
No, I'm gonna give it some thought.
Okay, Eddie, what about you? What about Elros?
What do you think about Adler? Adler's, I think he's fine. I mean, I kind of need a shorter-term goal, and I have one really fucking stupid one. But it's
I don't care if they're dumb as long as you have one.
you know that point where Burke was talking about the bottles. I want to kind of basically I want to make a plastic-like material. I want to figure out how to manufacture that.
Sure. Good to figure something out. Go on a quest, find materials, try different things, try different designs.
We could
Find something that works.
could become like a part of the business that generates money.
That's the thing. If you want to do that, do that. Start actively pursuing something like that.
Yeah, basically trying to make cheaper, durable potion bottles.
Do it. Be the king of potions.
Do it. Like I said, like as long as you have a goal, then that's cool. Then I've got something to work with. What about you, Mr. Burke? You're pretty straightforward. You drink and you bash things. But
Yeah,
besides
and I
that,
wrestle.
and you wrestle. Although you haven't actually done much wrestling yet.
Yeah, I need to fix that next time. I'll find the
You mostly hit things with your sword. My sword. Okay, but I mean, besides that, otherwise you're happy with Berkey.
Yeah, Berkey is pretty straightforward and simple.
Okay, so he's pretty simple. My end? What do you want me to do different? What do you want me to change? More face off. Go.
I'm liking the interaction I have with the patron behind the scenes. I like how that's going a lot. It's just up to me to be thoughtful about it because I didn't think about it. It's like, oh yeah, I have this whole resource I could be using, and then I started using it. So I'm really enjoying that.
Hippo.
I think everything you are doing is fine. I
That's
think
not
it's
our
a problem with us. I know it's not
No,
helpful, but that's
I
the best.
don't want you guys to feel like I'm picking on you or just saying no, it's all your fault.
No.
I'm obviously not
Yeah,
perfect, so
Not picking on me by saying that you've made a hippo trap.
Yeah.
all that was I kind of thought because okay, so here's my thought process behind that. Full disclosure. You remember how you mentioned that you always inevitably end up playing the same character?
Yeah.
That was kind of my subtle hint to try not to do that.
You remember that point where I thought it was a double bluff? I
'Cause you,
thought
like-
he wouldn't be so obvious as to make that the trap, so surely that's perfectly safe, and the trap's the other way.
It was kind of my prod to go, hey, bear in mind that all your characters end up as slightly self-centered assholes that loot everything at the first sign they can loot it.
You have been spotted.
No.
Well, I mean, like, look at me.
Say,
Am I that transparent?
I play goofy, light-hearted characters that make no sense. I mean, there's not a ton different between Furby and Mackleby, although I think Mackleby's got a lot more personality. I just go and do something for fun.
Although, Hippo, if you want to make sure you don't play yourself, maybe you should just start playing Solid Snake.
or just
Pretend
play
you're Solid
lawful
Snake.
good.
Oh yeah, you could. Your middle name could be Suneku.
Shit.
Just make your middle name Suneku. Go by it. You can call me Suneku.
Old snack.
Salt Snack. There you go. And just think about it. Like, if just literally roleplay Solid Snake. Just think about how it would be, and then you can use that for anything.
But seriously though, Liddy, on my end, what do you want me to change?
Nothing major, I think. But sometimes, as you know, we're incredibly paranoid and check everything, and then other times you fall into a puddle that still has enemies, even though I don't know.
Also,
The Ground Lake?
and Griff gave us a great,
Also, fuck vast underground lakes, because we seem to fuck.
you should not jump into those. But like the whole, maybe we got this mission and none of us thought to do any research about it. And it's something we could have done.
More, none of us actually wanted to do this.
Then why did you do it?
I kind of just followed the flow, I guess. Actually, no, I didn't. I didn't agree to this. I just literally just walked out before, and I just kind of followed everybody else.
Well, weren't we?
Let's do that.
Yeah, I thought we were.
I want to fucking abandon the people he's been working with for a couple of reasons, just because he doesn't kind of want to do something.
But you can still bitch about it. Or
Suppose.
go, hey, holy shit, maybe we should do more preparation before we just do this thing blindly. I mean, do you guys even know what the guy looks like that you guys are going to steal from?
He's a
Nope.
gnome. He has a crown.
Yeah, all we know is he's a gnome. All we know about him.
Oh, Christ. The gnome buns.
Gnome. But yeah, and it's just we got to think, and I think that's really the big thing. We just
Yes, we need to stop going off into the unknown.
and we are getting better. We're getting better. I mean, just think about our comfort level here than it was when we started doing this beginning of the year, and we're getting better. It's just I think it's more of a get into the mindset of the character and the setting, and once you really understand how this being would act, that's when you can go. And I'm trying to get there. I'm not saying that I'm there. I try to be like, because, you know...
Your Michael Vector voice is creepy.
Well, yeah, but it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. This is all on purpose.
It's very creepy.
But I'm trying to play him as a guy who is opinionated. He's insane. Literally, Mackleby is insane. He's an insane person. So he can flop between moody and helpful and devoted and sarcastic. That's how he is, and that's why I'm playing him that way. It may make sense, may not, but that's why you'll see him go from being very friendly to kind of cutting. It's like, oh well, he has a crazy person who talks to him that makes him crazy, that no one else can hear but him, and he has obligations. He's even more obligations now. So there's also resentment in there, and you know, yeah, I think it's more interesting to play, and that's kind of my thought process on playing Mackleby, who comes across as just a goofy. He's just a goofy gnome. Literally, he's like any other gnome, but that's just the thought I've put into how I think he would be, how I was portraying him, and what's important, and why he acts the way he acts. And I think once we all get to a point where we're comfortable, just putting your brain in that space, that's when you'll forget that it's Letty. That's why I made the joke. You get awfully you curse a lot when you're trying to articulate your thoughts. Like, why would Mackleby ever say that, right? I know you're just being you. But I gotta take it like your character saying, why don't you go to the fucking place and get a fucking kid to do the fucking thing? So Mackleby was like, well, obviously you're inarticulate when you don't know it. You curse more when you don't know what to say. So, you gotta think about every interaction we have in between each other is not Letty talking to me or Hippo talking to Ein. It's the characters interacting, and we gotta get to a point where, as a whole, and I'm not there, like I said, we get to a point where it's not us talking with each other, it's the people we're trying to emulate, and really that's what we're doing here, is we get to a point where the people we're trying to emulate are talking with each other. And I think once we start to get our mindset in how these people act and what they have to do, a lot of this is going to become a lot easier. That's all. I'm going to shut up now. I spoke a lot, so. But you guys know what I mean?
Yes.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, well, let's try again next week.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like down on you guys. I don't want to be like, you assholes. It's just I want to make it fun for you guys, but it's really difficult. I don't have much to work with at the moment.
We will work to be better. That's all we can do.
That's the thing. It's just I don't know.
Well, no.
Articulating it.
It may be a poor choice of words, right? It takes effort to get to where we need to be, and we will put the effort in. I mean, Hippo's shown that he's interested in it. Ein has, Jathar has, Letty has. Everybody's, we see where some gaps are, and we want to work on it. So that's going to happen.
Well, Hippo, you need to tell me what you want to do with Kolvar.
Yeah, I'll figure some out.
Yeah.
Class into something else?
Oh.
No, I quite like the Ranger.
I was gonna say you could use your time underwater getting splatted by octopus thing to be like, I need to be more stabby.
Lack of oxygen is giving me brain damage.
I need to be more stabby.
Better dices.
I need a cardboard box. I need to go sneaky. Be more sneaky.
I'm like octopus, man. Octopus killed your family, so you decided to become that what you feared.
Yeah, you sew in extra armholes into all your shirts.
Only if I can strap knives to all of them.
And then you flail around, they become 6 arms of daggers. You often stab yourself. Yeah, you often stab yourself, but it's effective.
It intimidates them, because if you stab yourself, just imagine what you're going to do to them.
Indeed. Hey, look, the sound stayed on the entire time this time. Way.
Hooray. What do you think, Hippo?
About what?
Kolvar. Is it stat-wise something that's bugging you?
I don't know. No, I think that's part of it. But I can live with that. Stats are fine.
Okay, what part
In
of
an
the stats is
ideal
bugging
world,
you?
all of my stats would be 20. But that's never going to happen.
And even then,
Specifically are bugging you?
like the stats just make things more or less likely. The dice are really what the gatekeepers. You just work with what you got.
I have been having some spectacularly bad dice rolls. A lot of disadvantage coming my way. Usually because of my own fault.
Yeah, well...
Again,
yeah.
I can't complain.
No, we just got to figure out how to work with it.
Well, I have disadvantage now. For the time being. I mean...
For the time being.
Don't worry,
Well,
You're slightly advantaged.
Well, put it this way, like, first you mistreated a weapon, right? Which made it resent you, which gave you disadvantage on your attacks. Because, you know, sentience.
Oh yeah, I
Then-
know, it's all my fault.
Then, after that, you got cursed. Because you broke said sentient weapon, right?
I broke
which
it.
gave you sleep deprivation, which gives
broke it.
you disable. And then, look, Berkey's a fucking rock, okay? Rocks can't do anything on their own without being used by somebody else. Unless somebody goes and bangs those two rocks together.
You're gonna let him talk about Burke like that?
Well, basically, that's what Brock is. He's a rock who's enemies, and the enemies die. You know,
Right.
his purpose.
So-
Maybe I should start experimenting on Burke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, and Liddy, like, I got a sense.
That's the...
Yep.
You like dropped into the water in an area that's completely black. You didn't take a light source with you, and then fought a creature underwater, which is in its natural element. Because to put it in perspective, an octopus has got 10 foot of movement on land. It's got 60 foot of movement in water. It can ink you. You already have a very low strength score as well, so any kind of grappling is going to be difficult for you as a character that's not your strong suit. And then on top of that, it's like completely black, and you have a low constitution bonus as well, so it's not like you can hold your breath for a long time. Because let's look at this, right? Kolvar is not athletic at all. He's got low constitution, he's got low strength, right? So any kind of situation where you're going to be pitting your physical endurance against something else, you're going to have a bad time. Like, Burke is really fucking good at that shit. He can raise, you get bonuses on his strength saves, he's got high strength, he's just got a high constitution. So the situation you were in was exactly the wrong kind of situation. Why didn't you guys just fire the grappling hook across the gap if you really wanted to? Because I wasn't really sure what you were trying to do. Like, fire it up from the water onto the bridge, or...
That's exactly what I was going to do.
Which would have put you on the bridge. Why didn't you just walk a few feet out onto the bridge?
Because I didn't want to go right onto that first bridge. I wanted to get right in the middle of the shit.
Okay. That's a thing, I guess.
Don't question my motives. I don't know where my motives are coming from.
Okay, so Kolvar is really sneaky, yeah? He's got high dexterity, you've got sneak skill. If you wanted to get to the middle of the bridge,
Letty's
why didn't
probably
you
got
just
higher
have
than me.
Letty cast invisible on you and then just cruise across with your stealth and invisibility combined?
I don't know.
Playing more to the strength of your character rather than pitting raw physical endurance against an octopus.
Well, I didn't know there were any octopus down there.
Well, swimming, climbing ropes, all those kind of things are strenuous activities. That's the kind of thing Burke's good at. He's good at running long distances, climbing things, punching things. Where you're good at, like, sneaky breaky and being all nimble.
So what he's saying is Burke is a tool, and he should be used like a tool.
Oh, Burke is a big, blunt, force of nature.
Brick.
And you tried to go full brick, with stats in the negatives for your brick stats. And you had a bad time, which is pretty much exactly what you would expect to happen in that case. Because you were doing...
And also, our brick tried to be non-brick.
Like... it's just like you went exactly against the... You did exactly the things that you were not well suited to. You know, if you wanted to grapple hook the middle of the thing, why didn't you have Burke jump down with a grapple and swim over there and have him grapple up and meet you guys on that side, or go into the middle of the thing? I mean, he's pretty strong.
I'm pretty sure just didn't think about it. I didn't think about it.
Because you guys don't think about each other's abilities. You all just think about yourselves.
We're very self-centered.
To carry a plan out on your own, as opposed to thinking about it as a team. What can you accomplish together?
Yeah, I'll admit that's and that'll come, right? We're
Sure. I'm just saying, like, actively think about like how you can combine your skills for better effect. Like Burke's big and strong. What's his name is big and strong. You guys have got two people there that have high physical endurance. There's nothing stopping Druss from getting out of his armor and diving in with Burke and sending the two most physically capable people to go via the water to get in. Have the more stealthy ones go in with sneakiness and invisibility spells to get in there. There's nothing stopping you guys from doing something like that.
It's true.
Using the misdirection, try and lure somebody away so you guys can sneak in. Or just not give a shit, kick down the front door.
Although Dress is not silly enough to take off his armor and dive into a black underwater pond that might be full of whatever.
Ooh.
That's true.
Ooh, yeah, I've watched Lord of the Rings. I know what underwater legs hold. Can't be trusted, man.
It was just a little tiny octopus. I think he gives you like 25 XP if you kill him.
Yeah, that was the thing near the surface. Who knows what else was in there? Who knows?
Right.
Who knows? I tried to avoid filling the lake with crazy monsters. Although I was really tempted to put an Aboleth in there, but that would have been a little bit ridiculous.
Yes.
To be brutally honest, those things are terrifying, and that's the reason I never jump into any cave lake. Like, I've read the monster manual. I'm not an idiot. I'll just stay on dry land. It's fine.
What, you don't like giant Cthulhu-esque monsters with hyper-intelligence from beyond our space and time?
Who like to take slaves? No, not really.
That's so weird. But no, I only had like wildlife in the lake, really. Just like some fishies, some octopuses, and
Some murder Cthulhus.
no, I was really tempted to put some illithids in, but didn't want you all to end up catatonic and then have your brain eaten.
I appreciate that consideration.
Because brains are delicious. So, Hippo. Master of Disadvantage. What else you want to do with Panty McPanface? Do you want to change his alignment or something? So you can try and stick your personality more with a specific alignment to help keep you going in a different direction?
No, just yeah, I'll think on it.
Yeah. He said that. Yep. He's got to figure out what he wants to do.
Lady, you want to experiment on Burke?
Oh no! Just if I ever come up with a potion I'm not sure of, or just material I'm not sure of, Burke will be nothing like dangerous. Is like I'm not completely sure if this will be safe for human consumption. Try it on Burke first.
I like the idea
But
because I get the idea that your character is more of a experimenter, right? I mean, you're trying to come up with potions.
like an archaeologist character, but I think I'm going to make him more into like I make shit and have other people use it, and it might be insane.
Well, right. I think Mackleby. I don't know if you've looked at my sheet. I have skill. I've got investigation, history, arcana, religion. Like really good, I think, archaeological or investigation skills.
I do have quite a lot of those as well, arcana, history, and investigation, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. I'm just going to make my character more into this
Yeah.
kind of make shits and has other people use it.
I like it. Yeah. And and this is all part of the process. Like this is also the first, Just gotta figure something.
How about the 5th ed rules? How are you guys feeling about those?
I like the third.
Okay.
Personally.
Compared to Dark Heresy?
I'm always gonna be salty. Don't take my bitching for anything.
Well, Dark Heresy does
one
have
of-
its good points, but everything. Well, I suppose everything is limited to skills. I mean, they're wide, but some of them, like lore skills, are only. Again,
Nitty gritty, yeah.
with lore skills.
But what about from a gameplay perspective? What do you guys prefer more so far?
I think it's just learning how to roll with the bad roll with the bad rolls.
I think good thing about Dark Heresy is if you want to make your character, like if you just hate RNG, it's really easy to make your character. It's like you can't fuck this up easily. That's something I like the character.
Yeah, I think
Dark Heresy.
it's better in Dark Heresy to the fact that you get XP per session and can spend it at will. So if you have terrible luck with something, you can improve it whenever you want, really, as long as you have the XP for it.
Yeah, that's kind of a bad thing
I
about
like that.
D&D is the fact that the skills basically after you know them, you can't really improve them. The only way to improve them would be extra attribute points or proficiency, but those are just pretty much not really
Or just
set,
leveling?
but it's all pretty much just leveling, and you can't really do much to them. And I suppose if you really thought about it, I realize it. I guess you try and actually role play this shit, and try and get expertise to something. I know it's not an actual class thing in the PHP.
There is actually a thing in the DMG for that.
To attempt to attain expertise in something.
Yep.
Because I know rogues get it, but okay.
Well, not expertise, but you can actually gain proficiency and skills and stuff.
Oh well, that I mean, yeah. But like trying to improve a skill you already know is what I meant.
Ah, I get you. So, do you guys want to finish this arc and then bank these characters and go back to your characters that you finished the last Dark Heresy session with?
Personally, I think I'd like to continue with D&D because it feels, oddly enough, it feels more open. Because in Dark Heresy, you're still like an acolyte. Plus, I'm not really good at investigating shit. And also, I'd like to honestly see what I can do with the character who just makes shit.
Mm-hmm.
Or not really makes shit, researches that stuff. And maybe has other people make it. That's why having this whole shop thing might be good for me, so I can easily have the capital to, have other people actually make the shit. I just research it and then have other people test it out. My group.
What about you, Barke? Barke is dead.
Burke is dead.
What about you, Matt?
Matt is dead as well.
Too. Everybody's dead.
All
They're
the
dead,
discussion.
Jim.
No, I'm
It's
just
killed
working in the
them all.
kitchen.
They're
I
dead,
like it.
Jim.
I mean, I'll admit I'm biased towards D100 systems, but the D&D is nice. There is a good point that the D&D is more open just because of the way the world's set up. In Dark Heresy is fun, but you do what you're told. While this, if everyone gets into the swing of it, there's more chance of us like, what do you want to do? Invade a city? Done. Although that would be stupid.
That'd be
But
hilarious.
that's really what we're good at. Doing stupid shit. And I think it's completely fine that we're good at stupid shit. Griff may hate it because he's trying to
hate it.
Well,
I don't hate it. It's just you have to bear in mind that just because you can do stupid shit doesn't mean that the stupid shit will always work out well.
Of course.
Sometimes
I
it'll
don't
work
mind when
spectacularly, like when you suplex a fucking dwarf off a mill.
He did immediately become unconscious after that.
Well,
It
let's be
doesn't
fair, he
matter.
had very little hit points at that point, but yeah.
Yeah, I was really low.
I don't mind. You guys can literally try and do anything within reason. That's why I didn't stop Hippo from jumping off a cliff into inky blackness.
And then the problem
rolled on the
wasn't that
encounter table.
The problem wasn't I was low HP. I got shot in the neck for like 20 damage.
Oh yeah, that was right. You got hit by the.
Incredibly lucky. Or well, not incredibly, but I got hit by that crit.
Yeah, I remember. But yeah, like I said, you can literally try and do anything. I don't mind. It's
Also
just bear
Bert.
in mind, just because you can try and do anything doesn't mean that the NPCs are always going to allow you to do that, without them trying to get some of their own back. I mean, you can try and do a lot of things. Some of them might even be sensible. But
Sensible? This group? Nah.
But bear in mind, sometimes it might work, other times it might not work so well. I mean, if you guys just want to do a absolutely ridiculous campaign, we could do that as well. And just go like full rah fight the power, believe in me who believes in you, fucking retarded, pants on head, super magic mecha, punching wizards into the face fucking campaign.
Oh, Lord.
That can be a thing. If you guys want to play that style of campaign, that's a thing we can do.
That is a thing.
What about you, Hippo?
What?
Dark Heresy or D&D? Which do you prefer?
I like. I'd say Dark Heresy by a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
just because I really like Warhammer.
That's a very fair.
Griff,
That's pretty fair.
Griff, they're giant fucking guns, man.
There are giant fucking guns. Why didn't you guys? No, I can't say anything. I almost said something. Okay, well, I'm going to say I like smashing things, so I suppose it doesn't matter if I really ask him anything. Fine. I'm still dead.
It didn't smash that much stuff in Dark Heresy. It was more, burn everything. Which I guess is just a more advanced form of smash.
Yes.
Iron Smash. So he played a sorcerer that tried to burn things. Then he played a barbarian that smashes things, and a priest that burns things. I'm noticing a trend here.
You know what? What kind of weapon does I should totally, at some point, attempt to research him a fucking hammer that has, like, reloadable explosives on the head of it.
Or, just a flamethrower with alchemist fire.
Or something like that. I mean, that could work.
Maybe powered by a small air elemental or something to propel the liquid.
That could work.
Liddy. You're a wizard, Liddy. You can literally do anything.
I am actually a wizard. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
You need to go on a shopping trip to that the big technology city and see what fancy shit you can buy.
I could at some point. I think we're going to need more money, first of all.
Yeah, like I said, why do this shit? Do it. Think how much fun it would be if you sell your flamethrower design to one of the cities and the political and economical ramifications and military ramifications for somebody suddenly putting that much power in the hands of a regular infantryman.
Totally. My character would totally.
As an example,
Elros's patented immolator.
But I mean, think about that, for example, like how that would alter the campaign.
No, you're thinking far too small. We have flamethrowers. I mean, flamethrowers is a short tick from us just taking over a city. And think of what we could do with infantrymen equipped with flamethrowers.
Now imagine the balance of power suddenly shifting and what kind of campaign you guys would be playing in then.
I can get to smash all of the things.
Or arms race while people trying to reverse engineer and build a better version of the stuff that you guys are using, forcing you to keep up and redesign your stuff again.
Also, how much exactly magic fuckery is there on the top side?
How much?
Yes.
You mean like quantifiably, or?
I mean, severely, what is the most severe magical effect that can happen topside?
Temporal distortions would probably be one of the most powerful ones.
Okay. How do you channel that as a weapon?
Well, why don't you do some make that a character goal and find out?
I let it to the list I already have.
Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I want you to do things. I don't want you to just go, what do I need to roll for this? Like, find out. Start a fucking cult to start studying the things so that you can collate their information. Start designing something like that. Hire adventurers to go onto the surface and retrieve artifacts for you. Do research. Fucking trick the group into going with you on fucking quest to accumulate the power to become a fucking lich so you can take over the goddamn world. I don't care. Just do something. Like, just go. Have a goal. Even if that goal is only to see how much of a fucking big boom you can make and see if you can build a magical fucking nuke. I don't give a shit. Just have something you want to do.
Oh god, I can already see it now. Me trying to channel temporal effects and trying to also create a giant magical boom. Why did this continent go boom? Because I tried to figure out why it went boom.
Yay, predestination paradox.
Imagine how much fun that would be. Maybe Druss's fucking quest is to have a reappropriation corporation in every city, in the world. Become a chain store, renowned, for the fucking quality of its goods. I don't actually know what Kolvar wants to do, but, no.
Neither does Kolvar.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's Kolvar's motivations? I don't know. I don't even.
It is kind of bad that on the sheet, the short-term goal, one of them is staying alive.
Oh, that's going well.
It is really, truly the best.
Truly outrageous. But that's what I'm saying. Like with Letty, for example, like that was all an example of like bullshittery that he could try to achieve, and it's not going to be something that he's going to do immediately. But
I'll be back in a couple
incremental.
minutes.
He could like work towards it piece by piece, bit by bit. Like maybe you recover something over here, recover something over there, and then glue these two fuckers together, and then you get a third thing that happens. Maybe start paying people to infiltrate the church and start the Church of Elros. But obviously not with his name, so the other gods don't want to shut him down. Like use an alias or something to be worshipped, so that he can create his own, identity and then ascend to become a deity in his own right. Like I said, there's like, you have magic bullshittery at your fucking fingertips, all of you.
Magic bullshittery.
Like just because you personally can't use magic doesn't mean that there isn't somebody you can coerce or charm or lie to or pay to fucking do magic for you and start doing some really crazy bullshit.
Yes.
You could do some truly retarded shit.
So many things. So many ideas.
Hell, if you really can't come up with something.
Oh, one idea I also might have, instead of like enchanting boots with silence or something like that, would it be possible to try and figure out how to make a material that already absorbs like impact sounds? Basically requiring not like enchantment, rather just manufacturing.
Yes.
Something like that. Make stealth boots for solid snack. Solid elf.
Solid sneak. And maybe now with your encounter underwater, you can maybe look into the future into acquiring a water-breathing item.
Maybe.
In case you want to go diving in underground lakes again without a light source.
Maybe I'll just avoid all water from now on.
Well, that's certainly an option.
Unless I like surf on Burke.
Surf on Burke.
Then he turns Burke into an actual dolphin.
Yep. And the streaming is closed.
To a cyborg. I have no idea how I can even mechanics, but I don't know
Golems.
magic.
Make it up.
Turn Burke into Golem. Why? Fuck you, I can.
Goldberg.
Make up Burke.
I like it.